Me?
Greetings and salutations, Dota fans! It is I, Badger, here for some more League of Legends Season 10 action. The playoffs have begun, and I'm joined tonight by a very special guest. It is former Lads Grand Finalist and former member of Polar S, offlane player extraordinaire, Filski Dota. How are you in this fine evening?
I'm chilling, man. I'm excited to see this game. These are some fun teams.
I am as well, and right now I'm just checking my audio levels, making sure we're even. I hope we're even. I think we're even now.
Very good. I'll just start screaming if not. They banned the Pudge. The Pudge was quite good on BreezyR when we faced him last week or whatever.
And BreezyR obviously is one of the most notorious Puck players in that. He was spamming this hero first phase when Puck was not even that good. And now Puck's the best hero in Dota, so it's not much of a surprise there.
Oh, I said Pudge, but yeah.
Oh,
the
my
Pudge
bad.
is a lot more scarier in my opinion.
Yeah, also fair, actually. BreezyR was playing it before it was good as well. My analysis, it applies again.
Take Dazzle.
That's a good hero.
Yeah.
Now, the best part is, the major just happens, so everyone kind of knows what's good and exactly why it's good as well. Like, these are just heroes that everybody knows are good, and everyone knows why they're good, so we have the analysis taken care of already.
Bro, they're fucking speedrunning this draft.
This is
like
fast. We're assuming it's gotta be a mid Visage, right?
Yeah, it's Hull's hero. There's no way anyone on that team can play it. Hull also, even though he plays a lot of heroes, he's good at like 2 max.
Probably true. I guess the question was more: will it be whole city playing mid or whole city playing it like offlane? I think one game he played it offlane and Beast US East went mid, so it wouldn't be that narrative.
I feel like that's a very rare occasion, though. Beast is very single-rolled, to my knowledge.
He played Omni Knight mid that game. I just want you to know that.
Yeah, that sounds awful.
It was awful.
Did they win?
I doubt they did. I should remember this, but I doubt they did.
Fair enough.
There's a chance they did, but I don't think they did. It was Omni Knight mid.
So as you know, I play a lot of 5. When I stood in for Polar S, they actually picked me Chen, and I was so good that Reily Feid had to ban it game 2 first phase.
Based.
So maybe they forgot on the team. They're picking it up early. I don't know who's going to play it on their team.
That's going to be Blue Pikachu's very own Alrin, I'm sure. That guy is a classic gem player and playing it for years, so I'd be surprised if it was not him here.
Oh, that's fair. When I think either the first game or both games I played against this team, they didn't have him. I think he was being stood in for.
That would explain that one, but it is more meta picks time. It is time for Viper. So again, really nothing too out of the ordinary so far. This is very, very standard heroes.
Yeah, Viper Tiny is a really good lane. You always want to have with a hero like Viper who's so defenseless, you need that like guy who just sits in the front or at least just stuns if they go on you.
I'm interested to see how they end up responding to this Viper pick. Like, do you just bother countering it in the lane with your carry, or do you try to dodge it with a hero who farms a jungler early? How do you deal with this Viper
here? See, I think you can pick some good heroes just to kill him straight up. I think that's what Sonic God would prefer as well. It's also more obvious, I think. Just a more direct counter to the hero. I also think Visage might be decent against a hero already, so maybe they won't go too into countering it, but pick Sand King. Beast likes this hero. I know you love Beast, but I don't know. This hero, was this hero picked at the major?
I'm sure it got picked 4 times, yeah. I mean, it wasn't the biggest pick in the world at the major, but I'm sure it got at least a handful of picks. It's Sand King.
When I looked, it was unpicked, but it obviously could have changed.
I'm on it. I'm on a stats journey.
The hero is it does a lot of damage and has good lockdown, but he's so defenseless in lane. It's kind of awkward.
All you have to do is just kill the enemy sentry wards. How hard could it be? I'm joking, of course, but Sand King was unpicked and unbanned. You were right. He was one of 17 heroes who were unpicked or banned, and that includes heroes who cannot be picked, such as Primal Beast.
Yeah,
Feels bad, man.
not the strongest hero. Not a hero I enjoy playing right now either. There's a plethora of better heroes, it feels like.
Thing is, the Beast, he has his heroes. Like, if it's a Strength Blink Stunner, it's his kind of hero. You know, offlane Sand King, offlane Tiny, Centaur, War Runner. This is his kind of hero, so I'm excited to see it. It's been a lot of reserve time in the 17 pick, but I guess this is the point where you're probably picking a 4 support, is trying to just pick something that's nice and reliable. I know Marcy is not banned, Tusk is not banned, so both of those could be good options here.
Yeah,
But
I'm
Marcy
pretty
is banned.
surprised they went unpicked. Doom.
Well, that's your 4 for Chalamelo, then.
I honestly could see this going carry. I'm not convinced. This team plays weird shit.
Is that really a Sonic God hero, though, is the question?
It's not, but like one thing with him that I've noticed all the time is he'll play heroes that he doesn't normally play, but in officials he like consistently pick up random shit. Like he'll play Pudge like 2 times in pubs, but then he'll pick in officials pretty consistently. Same with Bloodseeker. I feel like I never see him playing Bloodseeker in pubs, but it's like half of his official games. Pick Bristle. Bristle's just a really strong meta hero thing as well.
Oh, yeah.
But Doom can opt for the eggs though, which is an interesting counter to it.
I mean, certainly it would be a nice way to deal with the Bristleback. It's like, alright, let's break all the passives. No plus other damage, no plus defensive power on your back with Bristles. No, you can actually counter the hero, so. Maybe you actually end up going with the Doom carry just to buy the Ags early, because if you go Doom 4, you probably can't afford like an Ags rush.
Yeah, definitely not on the support role. You still need though your like other items, your blink and your BKB and shit. Maybe not blink super quick because you have the Sand King, but
The more that I'm thinking about, the more I'm down for like Doom carry Wyvern 4 for Polar S.
yeah, they pick Wyvern very often on this team. I wouldn't be surprised to see it. They will heavily rely though on that like blink kind of timing on Sand King and then Doom afterwards or something. Oh, they actually banned the Wyvern themselves,
Interesting.
I guess to counter the Visage.
I guess that means they're committing for probably a Doom 4 with a carry pick for 23 then. That's one we got hopeful for the Doom carry, but alas.
That lane though, Sand King Doom, that sounds absolutely terrible.
I guess it's one of those things where if you know the lane's gonna be terrible anyways, make it as bad as possible, so at least have 2 lanes be good, 1 lane suffer.
You could like, I don't know, devour an early Chen creep, but I don't think it's any good.
You can't even devour all the Chen creeps either if Chen's out leveling you.
Yeah.
It happens a lot. Like, you see a lot of 4s being out leveled by the MV5.
Yeah, I'm not used to that as a legendary Doom offlane player, so. Well, they're running out of time. I wonder how much they're actually thinking about flexing. They grab Life Sealers, so that's like a pretty good straight up Viper counter, like I was talking about.
It's an interesting matchup into the Bristleback. Well, I actually played it last night in one of my pub games. Because it's relatively, if you can get a lot of items in Lifestealer, it's not a bad matchup. Like if you can get like the Shard, get like a Beyond type item, it's not too bad. But if Bristleback's just way ahead of you, then it's not a fun time.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see if Sonic goes for a Silver Edge on Lifestealer's game. It would make a lot of sense.
They'll have to get some sort of break. I feel like there's no way this Doom's going to get nags. I actually really don't know what this Doom pick's all about. It probably was just a flex, but I really don't like it right now.
You know what he's going to do? He's going to buy a Midas. He has Devour, so he's got 2 Midases.
That's a very, very, very shallow thing to do. I remember playing with that guy and just like having to be sacrificed half the time. High key.
I remember it was a game where this is like the classic Filski game. You're playing Viper, you ended the game 10th in net worth in a win, but you owned. Like you were literally 10th in net worth, but you fucking owned the game, so it worked out.
Did I own them?
Yeah, you did. Because you took over the game, and you sacrificed your farm for Sonic at the farm, for Whole City at farm, for Chalamelo at the farm, and then you end up in a situation where your teammates are all super farmed and you were just tanking damage and dying, but your teammates avenged you. I casted it, it was sick. It was a sick Viper game. Premier's truly.
Yeah, I'm sure I owned. It's definitely a hero though. Like, if you can avoid dying early, definitely do your best because he's just such a snowball. I honestly don't like picking it a lot of the time, especially in pubs, because like if you have a 4 who's like a bit incompetent and you just lose your lane, you're very sad.
What can
You
you
can
do?
like max out your nether toxin a bit, but so it looks like I would imagine that it's a tiny 4. I think they need another jump hero on Radiant, a nice jumpy mid.
Whoa.
Alright, never mind.
You're saying jumpy mid. I was thinking it as well, but you get the antithesis that you got a sniper pick.
So it is, yeah, tiny 4, but yeah, not a jumpy mid. I don't know, man. This lane, I think, for this Doom, 2 strength heroes against a Chen and a gooey Bristle, that sounds awful.
Yeah, this is gonna be. It's gonna be interesting to see exactly because I feel like Polaras have to play better to win this game. Am I right in thinking that?
Sorry, what was that?
It feels like Polaras have to like play better than Reily to win this game.
You know, on average, that is how Dota works. Most of the time.
I mean,
But
if they play equally,
I think
if they play equally well, though, I think they're going to lose.
no, yeah, I think in the top lane, I was gonna say especially like the Viper against Lifestealer matchup. In theory, it's pretty good for Lifestealer, but I feel like if they mess it up, it can easily go out of control, and that like matchup they just set in is really bad. I think they're gonna have to execute that pretty well. I think Dazzle's pretty good against Tiny. I see a lot of 4 players just trading with a Dazzle, and it's just garbage, but we'll see. You know, Levi is not that bad.
Levi's a good 5 player. All right, here we go. It is game number 1 of Reily Feid versus Polar Ass. Game number 1 of the season 10 of the Lads playoffs, and game number 1 of me casting with Filski. And hopefully, we're gonna be in for a good time tonight.
Hopefully, man. I'm just here for the all chat, so I hope there is a bit of some.
You want the 2-minute advance on the all chat so you can see before it happens?
Of course, yeah. When I know Sonigod does not stream live on playoff games, so I had to get live myself. You know what I mean?
There we go. That's
the only
the
reason
way
why
to get
I'm
in
here.
there. I'm happy you showed up, man, because Logical left me on read.
Man,
Spade
Green Bean
wasn't
always
available.
says it's like, I don't know, it's pretty weak trash talk. Like, I want all chat, but I feel like a lot of the shit he says is just so weak.
It's one of those things where once you all chat, they're to say no all, so you get one chance before they say something. you gotta save it.
If any team calls no all here, they're cowards. I don't think anyone will. There might be a BM pause or two.
Here we go again. It's Tiny walking up, has a Windlace. In comes Cello, Pop Scorcher. Avalanche hits on 4 heroes. Confused is being run at as Burrow hits on Viper. Confused will die for first blood, going to Cello Mellow on the Doombringer, and that will be 1 death already on Reily Feid, and it'll be time to walk away now. Never mind, more fighting. As Burrow up again, Sexy Buns is stunned, and Viper will attempt to survive, but it's not going to work in the 4v1. That's 2 deaths already. Both supports claiming a kill. Good day to be dire side supports.
Wow, I don't know what just happened. They just died. No one's really sad with that on dire either. They're all pretty high health. Beast used a lot of health and mana, but it's like he didn't get a kill. But honestly, he's like not even that low. That was just really bad for Radiant. Didn't really take anything from dire. Kind of surprised that both teams went for that play. They all just stood there like they were expecting them. I don't know. I don't know how they knew.
This is a sniper visage lane. I'm assuming it goes relatively evenly.
Man, I have no idea. I'm like the worst mid player ever.
I'm not really mid player either, so I'm just going to assume it's even. And if we don't look at the lane all game, then we won't know. It won't matter. We'll look at the side lanes instead.
It's pretty interesting because none of these guys I don't think are going to rotate side lanes, so it's just going to be a farm fiesta, I'm imagining. Unless Hull manages to do a Hull play. And Feid not get the kill, if anyone's wondering.
I wouldn't be too shocked if we see the opposite, though. We see support rotating mid. I mean, Tiny, fantastic rotating 4, saw it the major. We see it in Lads even. It's very, very good to do, I'm sure. And this Bristleback hero. He feel like he's not doing that well right now, but he's still 6-1, and he only gets stronger.
Yeah, once he gets like the goo and stuff, that's when it gets bad. Like you can just walk both of them down. The stun on Burrow is not gonna like get him out of anything, I don't think.
And there's even a Sentry on Alloran as well, so you can't even try to Sandstorm play. There's no, it's not even skilled, but even if it was, there would not be a Sandstorm play.
Yeah, he goes for Caustic level 2 as well. I kind of like going Caustic level 1, but he also did need the stun for all those kills, so it's definitely well worth.
It's a team player, you know? The Beast loves the team play.
Top lane, they're going pretty aggressive. They might actually get Levi here.
He will
That'd
heal himself.
big.
Has a Fairy Fire, but it should still be a kill for the Viper, and Sexy Buns will acquire it. Over to bottom lane instead, everybody is low, but who dies first? Cello low, Alvarin low, Cello will die to Quill Spray and one more hits, and that will be the death on the 4 Doombringer. It's 2 kills, 4 to side of Reily Feid across the map. Everything's looking good for the Radiant right now.
Yeah, I think it's pretty huge for them to get that kill top lane, especially like I was saying, it's kind of a weird matchup, but it should be a bad matchup for Viper, I think. But he can really easily like take an early lead. They were really confident and went for the play.
What a value suicide from Confused. Got the courier from Sonagod, denied the boots on the Viper, or sorry, from the Lifesteal against the Viper, and then he just killed himself to the tower.
That's funny, I didn't actually even see that.
Yeah, I was looking at him and saying, alright, he's gonna die in the tower. The courier just walks up slowly, and I don't think Tiny expected it. I think he was surprised too.
And yeah, this Bristle's only going to get better in this lane once he gets levels. He's going to play on the Sand King just having no armor. All of his spells really benefit from that, and he has Penitence as well. Super nice.
Alright, apparently Sniper is a hard counter to Visage, which I did not know, but apparently he is. That's what I am being told by Twitch chat.
Do you really trust Hobbs?
He's like 7k, right? He's better than me at Dota.
No comment.
It's true, he is better than me at Dota.
Back scrapping top lane.
Kind of the name of the game. There is a Poison Touch on Viper. Sonagod's raging in.
Hard, but yeah, I don't think they can actually. Yeah, he might be dead.
An Avalanche and Toss. Sonagod will get Graved,
but
Grave
won't do anything.
There's no way out but death at this point. One more kill for Sexy Buns. He has dead as well, yeah. It's 2 kills.
The counter picks did not work. It's not a very decisive like kind of counter pick. It's not like when you pick it, you're just gonna auto win the lane on Lifestealer.
Speaking of big career kill, that's a very help from Karan, now denied for a few minutes. That's a big deal.
Cello eats the creep. He gets mana burned, eats the mana burner, and then burns Chen's mana.
Dota 2 moment right there.
Yeah, this top lane sucks now. Wave switching in so hard in the Viper. The camp is still blocked. They reblocked it, I guess, so they can't even like pull. That's just brutal. And the thing with like the rage on Lifestealer is nice against Lifestealer, but you can't really like rage is gonna come off. You can't really commit. You kind of just gotta like run away. If you're a lot weaker than Viper, that is.
We'll have to toss into the Viper. That's unfortunate. Lifestealer's man fighting, but Tiny is still alive. Has 7 wand charges as well, so he's absolutely fine. Is that Shen in the rotation? It is Shen in the rotation.
It's a nice way to swing top lane a bit more. They probably don't need Chen bottom anyways. Like, Karan's chilling. They're not going to get a kill on him ever, I don't imagine. Cello's level 2, like he's not even close to Doom. He just got 3.
In our 2v2 top lane, Sonagod wants to go in, has to rage and walk away. I don't think anyone dies here on the dire side, but again, Radiant win the regen trade. Over to mid lane, it's a rotation from Alvarin. Has the golems looking for Whole City. In comes one golem stun, in comes a second golem stun, and down goes Whole City. The familiars will not get vengeance. Shalom keep it in for the XP, but your mid laner is dead, and now Sniper is very, very happy.
I think Cello could maybe die here. Both golems have their boulders up again. I guess they're not going to go for it, but they want to kill those birds.
Yeah, it's a dazzle kill and familiar kills across the map, so just more gold. Everywhere you look right now. It's never a good sign when the Doom team is down by 2k at minute 6.
To be fair, he's probably only gotten like 150, 200 gold off Devour max. But I think it's to be said that they got 2 free first blood kills and now they're just getting they're just getting outplayed after that little scrap start. They're not gonna stop going after Hull either. It's super easy to ruin someone's game when you've already killed them. You can just walk back to it again. You're diving Son of God. They use the TP or 2 mid. I guess it won't dive. Here it is. This is good stuff, Badger.
We knew it was coming. It's a whole city game. We knew this was coming, but it feels a little bit early. But what can you do sometimes?
Wow, it's so good. I can already hear his comms too. He always complains about needing people mid.
Speaking of mid, everybody's dying mid. Breezyar low, Chelamel low, Alrin low. Breezyar not quite dead. Levi goes for the kill. He's slow by poison touch, but Alrin will tank the death. Instead, however, from the backside, it's the Beast of US East with the wraparound gang. So 2 kills for Polar Ass. That's when you counter all chat, like you need 2 heroes to camp your mid to save you from Breezyar.
That's the most beast thing I've ever seen. He actually just walked up, no blink, just stunned them and killed them. I would never have thought to make that play, I don't think. To be fair, he can't really do anything against Bristle, but that's surprising.
I'm looking over at Sonagod's items. He's buying an Armlet first. Nothing greedy, no Midas, no Mouse. He's going straight into the Armlet this game. Over to mid lane, by the way. Whole city's dead again, it appears. Grave is online, but that won't delay it, I believe. Alrin might be the counter kill. Yeah, it will be whole city for Allen. Again, Radiant win the trade, but at least they get a trade. Fellow has the tower dive. Burrow is not quite in range, therefore Breezyar survives. Actually, he might just kill Cello Mello. Ooh. That's dangerous. That's dangerous Dota right there.
Man, this sniper build's so funny. You just need 1,000,000 attack speed items, you do so much damage. Once they get Sand King Blink, they can expose that a bit more. Bit brutal for Beast TPing mid, not really getting anything, delaying his blink time a bit more. They're kind of relying on that. They don't have any jumper gank.
Well, it seems like Confused has gotten himself killed. He was trying to mess around with Sonagod, but only messed around and got himself a death on the Tiny. Not a high-value kill, but a kill nonetheless for Polar Ass, and it frees up Sonagod's game a little bit. If we are on Bristleback Watch, he is currently at a Vanguard Soul Ring going Shreds. He is #1 net worth, but Viper and Sniper are quite close, so if you're Dire, you're not happy with that one. With #1, 2, and 3 net worth, all Radiant cores.
Yeah, and for the mid and carry position by quite a margin. I don't think Lifesteal is a great comeback hero, so I don't know if this risk has paid off, but it's going to be tough. Hold can't really make any plays. And the awkward thing is, like, even with Beast Blink now, who the hell is he going to play with? Like, you can maybe play with some birds, but it doesn't feel really good.
He's ready to go, Blink online, he'll just dive towers if he has to. He's ready for it. It's already a 2-man smoke with Levi, not the greatest gank partner, but...
Just walk into a Bristle and stuff.
It's not enough damage, probably. Mid lane, perhaps, Epi is being channeled. Epi into Burrow, onto the Shen, but Shen remains alive for a little bit longer. Now goes down. Simply too much Sand King base damage. And now, Dire move to the Tiny, who's half HP and dropping. Burrow is up, Blink up in 3. Confused. A little bit dove. The Burrow will not kill, however, thanks to the raindrops and the magic wand. So it's only 1 kill for the Dire currently. The Beast is still behind enemy lines, but that's where he's comfortable being.
Guess if you're Beast, you don't really need anyone to make plays, you just make them. This would be a pretty huge timing if they can get the tower here. Sniper gets caught.
It's a big dive on Breezyar if they get the kill, but he's a little bit too fast. Now Dire moves to Viper. Viper is a very tanky hero. Whole city is dead. Sonagod's on the run. The Beast is being hit by a sniper. He'll burrow away, has Blink up in 1, and will blink successfully, but if you look at that 1-for-1, it's Visage for, I believe, a Chen, which is, again, not a fantastic 1-for-1.
No, and I think, like, if they would have just gotten the tower, that would have been a really beautiful timing with the catapult. You know, they're in a rough spot, just get the mid tower, but kind of ruined it there.
It's a big
got a
gank
bit
on
greedy.
Karan if he dies, but Karan is just not dead. He's healed by Chen. The Doom is ending quite soon. Levi's already at Cello. It's quite low. This is a disaster right now for Polar Ass. In the mid lane as well, it's a dive as well in the Beast of the US East, so across the map, 2 more kills. The Tiny might die to Soul Assumption in 1 second, and he will die to Soul Assumption. No, the raindrop saved him even! So Confused won't even go down! It's 2 for 0 across the map, with Dire committing the Doom. This is not good for Polar Ass.
Shit, Allerin threw him back in there with the chicken. Did you see that? I got a bit worried.
Well, it ends well, I suppose.
Yeah, and Cella's almost caught up to Sonic God in net worth with a level 1 Devour.
Ooh.
That's gotta feel good. He does have a lot of CS, but I don't know. Without the Midas or any farming item, like, I don't know how he's gonna catch up ever. Bristle farms so fast.
I guess at this point, if your whole city, it's like, alright, maybe I'll catch Viper or something. Bristleback, probably not catchable at any point in this game. Unless the game goes really well in the next, like, 25 minutes. Speaking of going well, bottom lane, big gank on Sniper, Epi, Burrow, in comes the Rage from Sonigod, down goes the Breezy R Sniper. However, Tiny will get vengeance before Sniper even dies. Breezy R is actually still alive, Infest comes out, but Breezy R now finally dies. Sniper, deceptively tanky apparently. That is a 1-for-1, but... that was... I'm surprised Sniper lived that long.
Yeah, that lifesteal and just like the headshot slow and attacks or whatever it is, the pushback, it's so brutal, like, so hard to man up on him. He lives for a deceptively long time.
You think about Sniper, you know, stereotypically extremely easy to kill with this, you know, lack of HP items, but this game it did not matter. He still almost survived that gank.
I don't know if Sonic God actually got a kill from that exchange either.
It went to Levi, not Sonigod.
Yeah, that's tough. They've got some good wealth distribution on Dire, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's, look at the net worth, it's 4 through 8, all Dire heroes. Of course, Radiant have their cores at the top, so they're pretty happy, but eventually I'm sure Tiny will get a Blink Dagger. Might not be for a while, but eventually. Bottom lane, Dire have a Blink Burrow on Tiny, but Radiant have TPs for a Rendezvous Vengeance. Confused is dead, but Radiant certainly want to kill somebody. The somebody will be Chelamello and the Beast of USE, so that is a 2-for-1. Not a good one for the Dire, but at least they make some space for Sonic at the farm. He can now TP to the mid lane where it's relatively free. Radiant want Levi TP his way to the tier 2 tower bottom lane. And perhaps we may see a T1 bottom push, but... yeah, it's probably gonna happen right now.
Yeah, it's convenient to do. It's always a weird thing to do. I feel like mid is just way better, but obviously they're just not on that part of the map. I don't really know when it's good to get this tower. Levi's gonna...
the double tornado!
Smile.
The double tornado from Allerin! Levi will grave himself, but that is not going to save you from the grasp of Breeziar. That is a 8th kill now for the Sniper. Breeziar is one happy man right now.
Yeah, he's loving life. He's actually going to that concussion grenade right as it's out. That's a pretty funky shard. I've seen a lot of good things come from it in games.
You'd figure it'd be like a BKB type item, but you know, I guess the concussive grenade does the same job and it's more interesting, so we'll see how it goes.
It's probably a lot riskier, but we'll see if it pays off.
Mid lane, a lot of heroes nearby. The Beast will get dusted and avalanched and tossed up in the air. Has Hood and Burrow will use both to get away. So no death on Sand King, but at this point the defense of the mid T1 tower is likely over. The Beast can go in with Epi if he wants to, but there will be no Burrow, therefore he will not go in. That is another tower kill for the Radiant side. They kill all the tier 1s, and bottom lane, Breeziar to solo kills whole city. That is not a great sign.
See, I don't know if this would classify, but I always say that core, like on core solo kills like that are very game losing. He didn't give up that much gold to be fair, but I don't even know how that managed to happen.
It's morale damage. That's what matters at that point, where it's not only... It's a nice gold swing, but morale damage is massive.
Yeah.
Sonic God will reach TP. Is it actually in time? It is in time, okay. Technically it wasn't in time, but there were no stuns, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, they got this mid tower, but they like can't really do anything with it because they can't actually enter the jungle or anything. This bottom tower's still up there. They're trying really hard to get it. At least Hull is, I could say.
He's back in the bottom lane. He is back to the site of his grave. He sees his previously rotting corpse right over here. It's like, you know what? Let's try it again. Get what I came for. Get this tower. And it seems like this time he will get us.
Maybe he should just, like, not show on his hero. The glyph isn't in time, but it's in time enough for them to get it refreshed.
I guess it gives a little more damage in the top tier 2 tower, but at that point, you'd ideally keep your tower alive for the deny, but what can you do?
I don't know if he's gonna go it, but Green Bean or Sexy Buns has this blink queued up. They don't have like a ton of jump, like we were saying in the draft, but I don't know if Viper's really the jump you want, so I'm curious to see if he goes for it actually and what he does with it. Maybe just goes in and tanks. They get a free Roche here.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, these are large power spikes. The Ags on Bristleback, the BKB on Viper. You might as well go at this point. I mean, you're just so much stronger than the Dire right now. Sonagod still has an armlet and nothing else but phase boots, so he cannot fight you in the slightest. You have a blink on Doom, I guess, but Radiant are just way stronger right now.
Who does he even doom?
I guess the Bristleback still.
Bristle will care a lot about that one, I'm sure.
I guess he can't get Warpath stacks, which is it's better than nothing.
That is true. It is better than nothing.
You delay your death by, what is that? By 16 whole seconds. Mid lane, Tiny is being gone upon. He'll avalanche and attempt to walk away. There is no blink dagger on Tiny, but Dire will not pursue. Instead, they begin to run to the north into the open arms of the Shen. Blink, Burrow available. He'll use it on Shen. Out pops Sonaga from the Infest. Shen will hand to God, but Epicenter will bring him down. Alrin is dead. Karan is fighting. Levi is dead. The Beast is low. Dire rapidly begin to collapse. Sand King dead. Dazzle buys back. Looks for more saves on Sonaga to keep these away. But once again, it is the Dire collapsing. However, Breezyard died in the south side of the whole city, but Radiant will die towards Cello Mello and Levi. That will be a dieback on Levi, and now whole city, the lone man still in the fight, will have to walk away. Dire gets something, but again, that is a lost fight for sure.
Yeah, it gets really tough now here. They doom the Viper, which is probably my guess would have been the best target, but he didn't even have to BKB, he was just chilling. He couldn't get it off, but he didn't even need it. Did they have Epi for that fight?
Yeah, they used it initially on the Chen. It was Burrow, then Epi, I believe.
You know, at least they got Sniper.
That one's all whole city. I mean, I think 100% of the damage to Sniper in that fight was whole city.
Oh yeah, he got a nice amount of gold.
Correction, 90 damage was the Beast of US East. The other than 90 damage, it was all whole city. He's
not going BKB on Sniper. That feels a bit disrespectful to pull their ass, but maybe I'm just wrong.
Now, Breezy R, he's just not a BKB buyer.
That's fair, that's fair.
Could he be? Probably, but is he? No.
I mean, he's better than me at that role, so who knows.
Mid lane, correction, bottom lane, Alvin will die in his own jungle. Sonaga will TP away, and it seems like Chelmel will be left to die. In what is a very favorable 1v1, where not only do you get a kill, you make a lot of space, and potentially Cello may survive. But it's a hard play. Yeah, never mind. Blink toss. There's a kill for Karan. That's a lot of space created right there.
Well, Leipzig's only like 2k gold from Odessa. That's pretty good.
That should be nice. Nice little spike of damage. Bit of minus armor, of course.
They got the Wraith pack now, but they weren't really able to use that timing in the last fight either. Definitely need to like catch some people. Like when they were pushing the top tier 2 or whatever, they had Sniper and like one other, like not even close. It was literally like 2 guys hitting the tower. I think when Hull City gets Ags, maybe they can look for some pickoffs. I think it's their best hope. But I don't know how much Radiant's gonna split up again.
Lots of BC UFT's bottom lane, once again creating space. Drew a bit of attention from the Viper and the Bristleback, but did not die for it, so mission accomplished. Seems like Polaras could go for a smoke play. They're grouped as if they want to, but it is hard to smoke right now.
Yeah, I guess I looked at the item wrong on Life Stealer. He actually has the Deso, which is pretty good this game. Not a lot of high armor heroes on Radiant. Yes, a sniper, but oh, Bristol's playmill now. That's tough. I think for playing like offlane a lot of low armor heroes, like even just a casual playmill is like insanely valuable. It's actually crazy.
Here comes the jump top lane for Breezy R, but the Tiny's interrupted the blink initiation from Sand King. Huge play from Confused. It'll cost him his life, but he saved the sniper, who's now man-fighting with Sonnegat. Sonnegat will TP away, leaving it Grave to ensure the TP works. Now it's time to retreat. Whole City will TP as well. He too will succeed. So a good retreat there again from Polaras. You get the Tiny, you force rotations. You're once again wasting the Aegis duration, and you get a 1-for-0 in your favor. I mean, once again, considering how far down they are, this is some good maneuvering from Polaras.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was really good coordination. No one like overstayed. They all were on the same page. Sonnegat especially, he's like right there in the front line. He knows exactly when he has to get out. It's really good play from them in general.
Is that a full AC finish? No, he's still... Actually, Karan is only 600 gold away from the full AC. He has a courier already there. You were mentioning the plate mail. It will be the full AC in a matter of about a minute from now, so that's scary.
Yeah, it's hard to see them dying. The Bristle with the getting Ag doomed, Agnum Scepter would be good, but it's never happening. They don't have a vessel either, do they?
They do not.
You didn't even need to go purge or anything for it. No one did, to be fair. Chen is getting Ags, though, so it'd be eventually purged, but he does have Ags now in Hull. He can look for picks. He's actually going to see that getting ganked on Sonnegat. He might tank it for him a bit.
I saw him on a Radiant Sentry Ward, and at this point, Whole City is in danger. Sonnegat will run in towards Tiny. Burrow may save Whole City, but it did not stop Sniper from hitting him. It's a 1-for-1 Visage for Tiny, and now the Beast may be a little bit too deep. Blink on cooldown, Burrow on cooldown. Sniper is hitting. The Beast will get brought... Shoot the TP away! It's perfect! Levi will die for the grave. That is one valiant sacrifice. It is a 2-for-1 in favor of Reily Feid, but hey, it could have been a lot worse.
Could have. Sonnegat could have died there. Hull tanking it for him as usual. Dazzle's pretty valuable this game because he can stop like any kill because they have like one stun, so you can just grave TP anyone and they don't really die until Bristle gets a basher, but still, I think that's helped out the team a lot in like every fight pretty much.
The only problem is Karan's obscenely farmed. He's not far from... He's only 2k gold from the basher.
You know, we're trying to be optimistic here.
We're trying to be, but we're failing to an extent. Over to top lane, a jump on Green Bean. Mr. Sexy Buns has been doomed. Lifestealer runs in. Hand of God will heal, but Viper is still quite low. The Beast blinks in. Did not burrow. Viper will get denied by his own sniper, so it is the kill, but no gold for the side of Polaras. And again, it's time to run. Yule's into burrow from the Beast, but instead, Radiant turn their attention to Whole City, who will get tossed into Shen, brought down by Sniper. That is technically a 1-for-1, kind of, but only Radiant get the kill credit, therefore, again, it is money in favor of Reily Feid, and more all chat from Whole City 07.
Yeah, that's the morale damage, taking a beating. I was gonna say, that seemed like, I was just praising the coordination, that seemed like bad coordination from Hull. Everyone was getting out and he appeared.
Sometimes you walk in to the bull, and sometimes you get the horns, you know, that's what happens.
Yeah, there's definitely quite a few bulls and a lot of horns this game for Hull to run into.
Let's see here, what has Sonnegat up to? Wasn't that courier right now? That is a shard. So he has the finished shard. That will be nice to get some percentage-based damage against the Bristleback and this Tiny to an extent. But especially the Bristleback. Just having that percentage-based feast damage should be a pretty big deal there. If you have percentage-based from feast, also more percentage-based from the open wounds, so that's just a lot of damage.
Yeah, that's a pretty good counter that I didn't think of. It's pretty owned against Bristle. Thing is, does it? I don't know how much. It doesn't do damage, does it? Or does it do a bit?
It's 2% per hits.
Oh, right,
you throw in the
yeah,
feast as well. It's basically you're hitting for 3.4% per hit, which is not that much, but you throw in your actual right-click damage, and hey, it actually might work.
If Sonic God's allowed to hit Bristle somehow for like 20 seconds, it might do some damage.
That's the problem. Like, if he was even items with Bristle right now, he'd be owning him, but he's an item down, so it's still very hard, even though he's itemizing pretty well for the Bristleback.
Yeah, and don't mention Sniper's net worth. He's, I guess, gone for the build. He's going Silver Edge Scotty now, where like he doesn't even want the BKB. He's just gonna be like so tanky. He's just gonna play a long fight and hopefully never die, I guess.
He has the lifesteal, he has the invis, and he has the concussive grenade. He's ready to go. He's not even skilling ultimate. He doesn't need it. It's no assassinate.
He doesn't have 1 point. I didn't even see that.
Yeah, I didn't say. I remember he was like 6 earlier. I didn't see a point. He was 9 earlier. Didn't have a point. Now he's 21. Still doesn't have a point.
Yeah, it's pretty common, I think, to not go it early, but I don't think it would be this this useless. I mean, it makes sense. You don't really need it for the build, but
I could think of 1 kill he would have gotten if he had it from a long way back, but I guess in a game as long as this, I guess 2 damage and 2 attack speeds is probably more valuable than that 1 kill, considering it's a relatively low kill game. See, actually, not really, but it's been a lot of farming for BZR.
man, after watching the Major, this is like a super high kill game.
I feel like the Major, every game was either like 2 kills per minute or 0.2 kills per minute. There was nothing in between. It's just non-stop action from minute 0 or just no kills until minute like 60.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. It might just be like the comeback mechanics in Dota, where teams just play a lot safer when they're in a lead, so there's not much kills. But
I feel like some teams, when they got the lead, though, they would just run around and secure kills. It's so hard to high ground to a lot of these meta heroes, so you just like, alright, if you can't high ground, just run around and ensure they can't farm anywhere. Just run at them, kill them, and grab Roshan over and over again. That's... I know what teams like LGD like to do a lot.
yeah, definitely a lethal high ground on Radiant this game, but I don't think they'll need it. They're being very patient, not very smart, not throwing at all. They're gonna get the second rush here. Very free. Karan's gonna grab everything.
Yeah, perhaps that is the timing. It's like, alright, you get that second Aegis, you get the Shard. It's a big power spike for Karan. Maybe at that point, then you go and you say, you know what, it's high ground time. Let's go do it.
They definitely also gotta like look for an opportunity. Like, there's no obvious way to just like go up. I guess they could just hit it on Bristle, but
over in the bottom lane at the dire side high ground, there were Chen creeps. The skeletons just killed Courier. That's hilarious, actually.
that's legit gameplay.
I don't think anything was on the Courier, but it's still quite hilarious. And now Karan is high ground.
I should have said there's no obvious way to like start a fight on the high ground, I guess, but they don't really need that. They'll just get initiated on and fight back. I don't even know who you jump if you're on Dire here. Breezy's actually unkillable with all these items.
That's the problem when both Sniper and Bristle are unkillable, and then Bristle has 2 lives. And they're going to attempt to go in the backlines with Visage and a wraparound gank, but it caught Whole City. He's half HP, Chillamel is dead, Chen remains alive, in comes the beast! The Epi, the burrow on 2, Shen is dead, but in comes the buyback, perhaps from, no back at all actually, instead it's a buyback from Doom. Dire commit everything, Whole City is dead, and now it's time for the collapse. Lifestealer dies, Burrow hits on 3, Sniper is still alive. He simply lifestealed a little bit too hard. Now, well, you've lost, I believe, 5 deaths there on this Dire side. Chillamelo might just die being dove here by Viper. Correction, good blink away by Chillamelo, but in come the buybacks from Lifestealer and Dazzle, but your base is not alive, your top racks are dead, your mid racks are under severe duress, and this defense remains quite difficult. Sand King, that is the last buyback from Paul the Rast. He's looking for a TP on the north side. Burrow hits on 2. Sniper low. Bristle is low as well. Bristle will lose 8. Sniper loses life. Doom is hit on Viper. Tiny will attempt the save. Now Radiant are on the retreat. Karan has returned. Full HP, full mana, slapping Levi. Levi gets demolished, but Dire have their eyes on the prize. They want Green Bean on the left side of the fight. Viper is low and Viper will die. Back to the north side. It's Sonic God. Manfred confused. And Karan. Sonic God cannot steal hard enough. He's broken by the Mindbreaker and now killed. Karan is on a monster kill streak and kills the middle racks entirely. The Beast and Chillamelo remain alive. The Bristleback is just too strong. He moves for megas. It will be a 2v3 siege if he continues. But Visage is quite strong. Tiny. They're both burrowed. Perhaps that's what they need. In comes Whole City Invis, looking for more. But in comes Tiny, blinking and breaking down the beast of US East. The all chat from Viper and Radiance are beginning to die. Confused is dead. Cello still alive. Karan low, dropping 100 HP. Familiars chasing. Cello can blink in 1 second. Karan gets away. Radiance lose a lot, but the game is not over. Percussion Tyrant lose a lot, what am I saying?
It's definitely not over. Kron actually almost died there. That was pretty impressive. Fortunately, I don't see Dire getting a lot richer.
Yeah. They're very poor right now.
I feel like at this point they can just set up around their bottom triangle vision on Radiant and just siege again. I don't think they need to wait for Roche or anything. Hull's actually going to look for this Chen kill. Seems pretty good.
And he will kill the Chen, it appears, but the question is, will he survive? He can't go invis for 20 more seconds. His own stone form is on cooldown.
Can he just TP?
I think there was a troll with nets. Wait, trolls don't have net anymore.
Yeah, it's the little guys out now.
Huh, I guess there was no cancel.
I think he could have gone for it.
The all chat is spicing up again. Green Bean, he's just... He is not happy with Whole City claiming he's the best bitches in labs, apparently. Not happy at all.
Yeah, that was spiced up a bit more because I think, yeah, when I stood in for Hull's team, we picked Visage and beat them a game, I think. And Hull said he's a better Visage than Green Bean.
Oh, what can you do?
But I think that whole argument was brought up by DOS, so you can blame DOS for that.
Dude, DOS, he's a shitstirrer, man. He really is. But we're seeing a Blink Avalanche toss on Sand King. Will Yules himself has the Burrow. Will Burrow gets Abyssal Bladed anyways. Grave will save him. In comes a Doom on the Viper. Viper is in danger, but can Dire get more? Cello is looking for Sniper in the backlines. The Sniper will man fight down Cello. Metal Karan. BKB in hand will walk away and then walk back in. Running a Sonic God. Rage on cooldown for 6 seconds. In comes the Blink and the toss. Burrow, the counterplay, but Dire collapsing again. Sonic God low. Whole City dropping, but Karan is dead. That's the big kill right there, and now it's just Chen and Sniper. Sniper, who can custom grenade himself, but Dire have 4. They have the numbers. They're running at Breeziar. There is no BKB. There's a Silver Edge, but he's stunned and hexed and dropping low. Can he man fight? No, he cannot. So now it's Alrin, the lone survivor, on the run. He will get a range creep from the Dire base, but that will not stop anything from occurring. Other than, wait, Range Rex? Range Rex? Range Rex? Okay, almost. That was close. But still, great defense there from Polar Ass. It's a full 5-man wipe.
Yeah, they got a bit cocky. It's obviously the safer play to just wait and get Roche, but they felt strong. I think the lack of sniper BKB makes it a bit harder. They also just didn't hit the buildings too much.
Wait a minute.
Distracted.
I want you to look at the number of buybacks Radiant has real fast. The answer is 0. They have 0 buybacks. So no Bristle for 30, no Sniper for 50.
It's gonna be another Toxin dropped. He doesn't have the talent, but I don't know if it matters. It's too scary.
Alright, never mind. No high ground siege.
Almost AC on Hull. That'll be a nice counter to the Karan AC. Super good AC game for both teams.
I guess Goran will still have a ton of plus power for himself, but at least you negate the aura, as you mentioned, yeah.
Oh shit, they got the gem back. Actually, they almost got the sniper courier, but gem safely retrieved. I don't even know who was holding that, to be honest.
Probably Chen. Maybe Tiny? I have no idea.
Chrono says 25, that's pretty scary. I'd imagine you get the warpath damage.
Yeah, people generally do. This is a lot of damage, you know? It's, in a game like this, it's literally a plus 250 damage count, which is a lot of damage.
Yeah, Bristle kind of hits hard sometimes.
Now, Karan has one right-click item, the Abyssal Blade, and he's doing over 800 damage right now. It's pretty fair and balanced. What can you do? We are seeing a haste on Breezy-R. Of course, Radiant have one objective in mind. It is that Mega Creep's bottom lane. There's a nearly full HP melee axe and a nearly dead ranger axe, but again, both teams know that is the exact place to play around. Alrund may go for a sneaky little creep play to get that 12 HP on the ranger axe, but the melee axe will take a little bit more efforts to kill. And again, Dire want the fight outside their base. Look at the BCUS East. He's just pump faking Epicenter over and over again, getting ready to just jump on whoever he sees.
I was gonna say a minute ago there was a cool standoff. Green Bean was sitting by the bottom ward, but I don't think they're walking up anymore, unfortunately. Not to mention Sonic has been wasting his time in there. I guess there's not a lot of like other farm on the map for him to get, but they've kind of been doing nothing. Meanwhile, Radiant are just getting the entire map. Just the struggles of a play from behind game. There will be no chance of BKB sniper this game either.
If you could buy as like a 7th item, you know? Get that 9-second BKB at minute 50.
I feel like
Huge
you'd get
reveal.
Daedalus or something.
See, Butterfly, Hurricane Pike. Maybe swap Treads for BKB at that point? I don't know.
Yeah, you don't need to run around.
You have the grenade for
Butterfly.
that.
Exactly. Gonna make a bit of a desperation play. Don't really know who they'd want to kill. Obviously Sniper, but not looking like it's happening on the other side of the map.
We saw Bristleback mid lane, but again, that's hard jump.
Yeah, that's avoided at all costs.
Alright, smoke is broken in the Roshan pit. They know somebody's in there. Roshan's dead, by the way, but...
Did Tiny not see Dazzle?
I don't think Tiny was in range to see him there.
I think this might be the first use of the patrol key in Dota history by Confused here. He was walking in and out of the pit for like 20 minutes.
You can patrol key your own hero. I thought you could only use that in creeps.
I have no idea.
I've never used it. I don't have okay, Ranger Axe died bottom lane, by the way. A little bit of lack of attention to detail from the side of Polar Ass means it will be equilibrium in all 3 lanes, but no Megas quite yet. Speaking of Wraith packs, the Radiant also have a Wraith pack now on the Shen, he's farming. Mech, Ags, Wraith pack. He's a happy Shen right now.
Yeah, he's got as much net worth as the Doom. Hell is not devouring creeps right now.
He's gonna draw an arrow.
He is going for the eggs. It is 40 minutes and a 20k deficit, but...
Alright, he's devoured again, and we're good.
Did he like... I don't know why he waited so long. Maybe if he gets another 1,000 net worth, he can doom the Bristol. He's gonna have Aegis probably. Even Karan won BKB this game. What the hell are they? Are they just gonna do it?
It's a bold play, and now it has been spotted by the Breezer. He has
It's
spotted
Refresher
everything.
on Roche.
Interesting. It could be quite alright for both. Correction, quite alright for Dire. I don't see Radiant really using that well, other than maybe like a second BKB for a hero. Maybe on Shen, I guess, but...
It'd be nice on Karan, but he already has so many items too. He just BKB'd nothing.
Alright,
so
here's the play. Use BKB on nothing, and then get it.
He's baiting them into a fight. That's all this is.
I think Dire know that, too. They had they saw him under reward during this. So they know Karan is no BKB. Roshan's dropping. Dire are near the pit.
They're just not there.
Familiar stuns, in time, Roshan, it's grabbed! The Aegis, for the Beast of US East, a Doom on Viper, this could be the fight! Dire, chasing, Viper, low, Viper, dead, has a buyback, will not use it, Burrow meanwhile, it's there on Shen, Sonagon pops out, Viper, buys back, Grave on Sonagon, a bit early, the Beast will lose the Aegis, Confuse is low, Alred is low, Chell blinks in, Sonagon dead, Confused dead, Chell no dead, but the Burrow again, on Sniper in the backlines, Sniper remains full HP, will grenade away, Whole City's chasing, the Beast, he's in his sandstorm, Tiny, Doom, Maestro, they're all by back. Shiva's in, Burrow on 2, Alrin dead. Now Shen has been lost. Avalanche dodged by the Beast of US East, but he cannot survive. Quick at the cheese off over to Levi. He's forced to use his A on disc. Correction, it just gets popped there from the passive, and now he's dead on Dazzle. Chen has bought back. Sonagon, he's man fighting. He's raging, looking for Karan. Karan, low. Karan, dropping. Is there a save? The Abyssal Blade is in! And Sonagon is down. That was a die back on Lifestealer, and Whole City, poor Whole City, could not finish the job. The Burrow will do it. But the Beast is now fighting in a 1v3, and Bristleback has the buyback. Detection is present, and the Beast 2 will die back. All 3 cores die back, and the GG is called.
That was a sick snatch. For a second there, when the buyback came up from Radiant, I thought there could be a win condition, but Dire just did the same thing and just got owned. That was a good game, though. I liked it. Polar Ass put up a good fight. Bit of just a laning discrepancy in like the first 10 minutes. I also think that, contrary to Hulk complaining about getting countered, I think the first pick Visage for him is good, but I really didn't like the rest of the draft.
Again, we mentioned the Doom pick in the moment that it was potentially a flex pick, but neither of us really liked it that much. And once again, between the Doom and the Lifestealer picks, neither really worked out that much this game.
Yeah. I don't know if Lifestealer was even picked up the major.
I know
he
Yawar
probably
played it
was,
one
but
game.
yeah.
I'm sure it was more than one game, but I can remember distinctly a Yawar game.
I hear it doesn't seem to feel good right now, though.
It's one of those heroes where, once again, if you're playing a half item up, he's just one of the most deadly heroes in the game, but he hasn't laned that well and he hasn't farmed that well, so getting to that spot is very hard.
Yeah, exactly. It's just way more reliable on the Bristleback. Like, even picked into a matchup he saw, but it just didn't work out. I think you mentioned like how do you approach it? Like, do you want to counter him in lane or go jungle? I think the jungle will definitely be a lot safer in the series. Just get a hero that can hit creeps. Well, it's gonna be a different matchup this game, but I think that would have been better. A lot safer. And just easier to execute.
And Polar Ass, surprise, surprise, will choose second pick. Reily Feid will probably choose Dire, as teams have been doing nowadays, so... Again, second pick tends to be the pro team priority nowadays, but when you choose side, you generally choose Dire, so it will be first pick Dire for the side of Reily Feid in this game too. Polar Ass will have their choice of 24 pick this time around, but thank you, Filski. Seems like we could...
Which team gets the 8 pick right before the 3 bans in the first phase?
First pick, so it will be Reily Feid this game.
Oh, interesting. They chose second. I was gonna say I like the Visage, but I feel like you want it on an 8 pick, so they won't really be able to get that this game.
There would be a certainly a tinge of fun times ahead if Reily Feid 5-pick Visage, and then if they win, then we're in for some chatting.
Man, that would be good. I hope they. One thing I can foresee is they might change the bans on Polar Ass first phase, leaving the Pudge. And I could easily foresee a first phase Pudge too, so that would be cool. We'll see how it plays out.
We are waiting on a G from Polar Ass. Reily Feid have given their G. Polar Ass have not. You good on a water, bathroom, that sort of thing?
Yeah, I'm chilling.
I will take about a minute and a half once the draft starts. I cannot leave quite yet, though, as I am responsible for the blue button, so... I must press it.
Can you handle all that pressure?
Yeah, I used to think I couldn't, but sometimes great opportunities lead to great moments, so... Here we go. I pressed the button.
Congrats.
Wow. It's got the button. He's got to press it soon. He does. Wow. Alright, let's see. It should be correct, yeah. I will be back in about a minute and a half. I'll see you quite soon.
Perfect.
Dire team ban. Radiant team ban.
Let's see, no Pudge ban.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Okay, now we need Pudge pick.
Seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Alright, that's cringe.
Radiant team pick. Dire team pick. Dire team ban.
I predicted it. Easy.
I am back, by the way, for some more
Radiant team ban.
Game
Called
2
it,
casting.
sir. I called it.
You were right. You mentioned that Pudge couldn't get, or wouldn't get banned, I should say. That will be the difference. Is instead of Pudge being banned, it's Shen banned. Therefore, Reily Feid picked the Pudge, and we didn't see Wyvern in game 1. It was banned out, but this game it is a first phase pick, the 5 pick even for Reily Feid.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. As well, Polar Ass wanted to take that tiny. They can flex in quite a few spots, I'd imagine.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it is a notorious beast of US East hero. Sonaga can play it, Whole City can play it, Shell can play it. You got a lot of options.
Radiant team ban.
Pudge is a hero that's just like so fun that everyone will flex and play it just because they want to play Pudge.
Probably should be either carry or perhaps mid, but probably carry. I think. Would you agree that currently the best role for Pudge is carry? Or do you think it's mid?
I think it's carry, but I'm not sure for Reily Feid if
5
it's better for them.
remaining.
They picked it once in their other series. They played a mid. Breezy owned on it pretty hard. But I know Karan can play it for a fact, so it's definitely an option.
Sometimes I watch the late night Karan streams, and he's picking Pudge mid sometimes. It's a great time.
Yeah, Karan's got a good Twitch stream. Banned out Razor. They're banning out quite a few carries though on Dire, so it's definitely leaning that they are gonna put a carry themselves. Meanwhile, on Radiant, they kind of picked up on that. They started banning Storm after all these carry bans. They banned a couple offlaners too.
Certainly all fine bans. I mean, heroes that Reily Feid play quite well, though I guess the Storm one's a little bit bold, given that Storm is not in the greatest spot in the meta right now.
Yeah, I'm not too knowledgeable of Breezy, but I'd imagine it's one of his heroes or something.
If memory
also good
serves,
against
he's better
Dazzle.
on like Ember Void Spirit than he is on Storm, but I'm sure Breezy can play Storm. I mean, he's a mid player. He can play Storm.
Yeah, Storm and Void, I would imagine, are just good at nuking down a Dazzle, especially Storm. You just come and do a bunch of damage, can't grave anybody. Just live your life hunting Dazzle all game.
Now to think about it, Storm Spirit might be Breezy R's worst Storm, because he owns on mid Earth Spirit too.
Interesting.
We have a Venge Spirit pick, which is interesting because, again, another flex pick from Polar Ass, but there's not as many spots that Venge can flex to compared to a hero like Tiny.
Yeah, I feel like this is kind of almost certainly locking in Tiny to offlane. Run the Venge with it. I don't really see Venge going. I think Dazzle has to be 5. Venge isn't really going to go into a Coral. And then if anything, they're going to give Beast Tiny, like you said. It's one of his heroes. They might go mid with it, but I don't know. I think it's pretty locked in.
Question of the day is what are Reily Feid thinking about? Because last game they spent very little time of reserve time thinking about their picks. But this time around, even though they won the game, they're actually thinking in their draft now. They're not just ironing out their picks immediately. Like, all right, hammer it down, lock it in, no reserve time. We saw last game, I think it was at the end of the draft phase, Reily Feid had like 2 minutes of reserve time left, and Polar Ass had like 1 second. But this game is even.
Dire team pick.
Like, grab Dawn. Dawn's pretty strong here. I guess it's probably offlane, maybe mid. But I think a big question this game is what are they going to give Hull on Polar Ass? Because they wanted to really give him the Visage. It's one of his heroes. And then no teams contested it at all. No bans. But Polar Ass also just didn't pick it again.
Radiant team pick.
There's a lot of means of breaking that Gravekeeper's Cloak this game. I mean, all 4 of these heroes can somewhat decently do it and combine it all together. And it's not a fantastic Visage game right now.
Team ban.
Oh, that's a
Whoa.
classic pick. Sonic got Medusa. It's a good Scotty builder, which I would imagine is pretty good against Pudge. I like it. The yield faithful of this team.
I like the lane as well this game. I mean, this is one of those heroes where look like a Dawnbreaker Hoodwink type offlane, which is probably the Reily Feid offlane. Indusa often plays far enough back that she's somewhat safe compared to, say, like a very short ranged hero or a melee hero. So I like to pick a lot.
They do have decent means of getting on top of them. Even like Bushwhack, you can displace them a bit downwards, and they have the hammer throw. I think it's another one of those lanes where it's pretty 50-50. Whoever gets ahead early does better on the first few waves is just going to secure it very soon after. Both teams look to be banning out mids. So it seems like Polar Ass also thinks it's a Dawn off. I'm sure Breezy could play it as well. They could pick Dawn mid and then just run like another jump stun off lane for a Dawnbreaker to go off with, because Dawn always wants a nice hero to jump in for her to ult onto. They don't really have that right now. I don't think Carry Pudge wants to go Blink, but it also depends on the game. I'm not an expert on the heroes, so.
Reserve time again being chewed up by Polar Ass this time around. We are waiting on their pick.
Radiant team
Wow, instant. They didn't even care. Alright, so it is Dawn off. Again, I said maybe another jump pick. They did not opt for more jump.
You know, so then if you think about it, Sniper, he's not a jump hero, but he forced the enemy to pick jump.
10 seconds.
That is true. They only have one kind of jump hero. They have swap, but when are you really going to be swapping
5 seconds
Sniper?
remaining.
Because if you have the Ags, you can at least say, all right, swap in, and when you inevitably die doing that, you can at least still fight, and Sniper hopefully can't fight. Especially if a no BKB Sniper gets swapped into your heroes.
Yeah, we'll see if he goes for similar items this game. Hall's going to have no excuses this game. He had his hero first pick, but it's looking really like he's going to have the last pick this game. He gets to pick whatever he wants against the Sniper, and I think that mid lane is really important for like setting up the game. They really are going to have to make space. They need someone to run around with Beast. Sonic God's going to try to just put the team on his back. It creeps all game. But he does contribute a decent amount early game, to be fair. Show up to a tower fighter, too.
Bat Rider, okay. Now that is genuinely interesting. I like it, but it's definitely interesting.
I really like this pick. Maybe not necessarily like... I think it is a good bad game, I think. But it's pretty going all in on like I think Hull winning this lane, just stomping this Sniper and running around.
Hypothetically,
So,
he can win the lane. Shoot, I mean, if you can get ahead on Bat Rider, get a huge kill there, say we need level 4 on Bat Rider, there's a lot of opportunities there, but on the flip side, if Hull City goes in for that kind of play and dies, then it's really bad.
it's a high risk, high reward, and I also like it. Just you had the little banter in the all chat, and I think this is a good opportunity for Hull to like show up and really make a good game for himself and his team. Look good in this game. A lot on his plate.
I mean, he is Hull City 0-7. Question is, will he be James Bond or will he be 0-7? That's the question of the day.
I think we'll see his kill score in like the first 10 minutes, and we'll know by then.
Hopefully, it's not 0-7 by then.
he's like 0-1, it might be 0-7 later, but Concussive Grenade actually sounds pretty good against Bad Rider. Pre-BKB, obviously, but I don't know how that matchup goes. I feel like there could be a really funny moment where there's going to be like a million headshots and Hull won't actually be able to get on top of Sniper and just die.
So we have to flame break him in, but if you concuss the grenades out, then it's a bit of a dance around there. If you are just joining us, welcome to game number 2 of Reily Feid, the #1 seed in the playoffs, taking on Polar Ass. Reily Feid won game 1, and well, started off pretty well, ended up being a little contested toward the end, ended up being a victory. So it is 1 game away for Reily Feid from advancing to the next round of the playoffs. For Polar Ass, again, it's back against the wall. If you lose this game, you are done. You go to losers. If you win this game, then you still have a game 3 ahead of you. My name is Badger. I'm joined by the one, the only Filski Dotes, and hopefully we're in for a good timer.
Yeah, I was pretty happy with the first game. I think this game will deliver. There's already been some good stuff fermenting in the all chat and whatnot. Well, teams like, it was rough for Polar Ass early, but they did their best. I think they did all right.
Also, he's one of those players where when he's winning, he all chats a lot more than when he's losing. I can tell you that much.
See, I think it depends. You need to see a bit of Hull City. This guy all chats a lot when he's losing.
I've casted his games, I've played against him, and from what I can tell, when he wins, he all chats a lot more. Speaking of possibly winning, it's already a first blood. Never mind, a fantastic 2-man bushwhack will save Confused. Now Alrin has a wraparound ganked at a high ground to get a lot of damage on the entirety of Polar Ass, and there's a hook in from Karan. Whole City is in danger. Who will die first? However, missile in on Wyvern, but the first blood will go to Sexy Buns on the Dawnbreaker. It is a 1-for-1 correction, a 2-for-1 trade in favor of Reily Feid. So, yeah, if you're Green Bean, Mr. Sexy Buns on the Dawnbreaker, you are a very happy man. If you're Polar Ass, it did not go as well this time as it did last game.
Well, I was gonna say, am I missing something? Like both Radiant teams went up that same cliff, made that same play, and both of them lost too. They both made the same play, and it both went badly.
Technically, it was a different staircase. We saw Reily Feid on this staircase and Polar Ass on this staircase, but yeah, same play.
Yeah, that's fair. Same idea though. It's very weird.
Pride's Breeziar has not bought a stick yet. He not only did not buy a stick at the start ends, he bought Tangos immediately. So again, still no stick. Bold play from Breeziar.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why. Again, he's a lot better mid than me, but maybe he doesn't see the value in mana. He doesn't need that much mana. Just wants more health, but it's very weird. There's like a full wave under Hull's tower.
It feels good to be this good.
And he will get the last hit, so it'll be fine.
Oh yeah, Kron got a hook for that first blood, right?
Yeah, he did.
Just gonna say, I don't think it's an optimal spell level 1.
I guess 1 point's fine for, like, say, securing range creeps or saving your Wyvern, right? Never mind, he's no mana. Wyvern's actually not going to die, never mind. It's an interesting top lane so far. It's a lot of trading going on, and Ron now is a 2nd point for the Rot. Ron is a 1-man lane with a lot of HP, but he will miss the hooks. Correction, he'll miss 1 hook for now. I don't want to forecast other missed hooks, but that is 1 missed hook in that top lane.
I'm really interested to see how this bottom lane goes, and if there's like a stalemate, I would imagine it's good for the Medusa side. You might also just feed on Dazzle. Might be an easy kill on the side. He's pushing up quite a bit.
Speaking of a little bit of feeding, Chelamel is dead top lane, but again, Levi has not been punished bottom lane, so Reily Feid currently up 3 kills to 1, and potentially say if Levi oversteps, as you mentioned, it could quickly turn into 4 to 1. Not quite sure what the tip is for, but there is a tip nonetheless. Perhaps for the pull that Alrin just did. Wasn't watching it. Maybe it was a good pull.
Probably something dumb and unrelated.
Oh, maybe for the ward. It didn't D-ward. I missed the kill bottom lane for that, but his sentry didn't get the D-ward. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, they do catch up Dazzle. It's kind of awkward for him because, like, you obviously, the idea of this hero thing is just click him with Poison Touch, but it's really hard. Medusa can't really help you with that, and then they just go on you.
So both side lanes are, even though there's been deaths on the Radiant side, the actual CS on the cores is fine. Like Tiny is #1 in CS right now, Dusa's #2 in last hit. So I guess it's still kind of fine. Even if your supports are dying, if the cores are getting farmed, then I guess all is well.
Yeah, now that you mentioned there's no stick, he like still doesn't have one.
Yeah, he has 2 Wraith Bands, no stick. You see a lot of players going Wand on a lot of heroes nowadays. I know Tundra really sparked that trend. It's like straight up buying wands at minute 0, but apparently Breezy R not interested. Says, you know what, Magic Wand is for posers. I want Wraith Band, I want boots, and that'll be his play there.
Sticky napalms don't matter if you shoot him so much he can't get on you.
Apparently. And again, Whole City, I'm sure, wants to go for a kill. He has Napalms under tower, so Firefly in. Radiant have used a glyph for Whole City, but in comes TP from Confused. Flame Break hits on Breezy R. Breezy R, the Whole City alone, the first blood. In the mid lane, it'll go to Whole City. 6 kill of the game's obviously not the real first blood, but Whole City will draw the blood. And you mentioned now this is a very high-risk, high-reward lane, and Whole City has been rewarded.
Yeah, and that was a high-risk, high-reward play. Like, even a Hoodwink immediately TP, but it didn't even matter.
Ooh, hook from Karan, tried to hit Cello, but instead hits the Beast of USD, so now Iron is being slapped by the Radiance, and that will be a kill for Cello Mellow as well, so 2 kills across the map, 1 on the Sniper, 1 on the Wyvern, so if you're a Polar-ass fan, it is time to be moderately happy at the state of the game.
Meanwhile, bottom lane, Deuce is up 10 last hit, so it looks like the secure chill lane, definitely nice for Medusa. I think they're happy with how the Sonic God lane went this time. And even if he has a bad lane, he can just hit creeps a lot easier. Oh,
the tree cut! Who did that? Was that Sonic God with the tree cut? What a player. I know both of them tried to click it, but I think Sonic God got the one. That's a great tree cut. It wouldn't have been a kill, but it doesn't matter if it wouldn't have been a kill. It's a sick play. It's morale damage.
Maybe I just haven't laned against Hoodwink enough because I'm the offlaner, but I'm definitely not good at that, so it's always impressive to see it.
Karan with another missed hook on Cello Mellow. I've watched Karan play the Pudge. Normally, ordinarily, a good hook user, but tonight, he has not been a good hooker.
He's not a good hooker, Badger?
Not tonight.
That sucks.
Perhaps he'll redeem himself. There is plenty of Dota to be played. It is minute 6. Got a lot more Dota ahead of us, but if you're Polar-ass, you've gotten what you wanted. Dusa farming, Bat got a solo kill, and now bottom lane. Bit of a man fight going on between Green Bean and Sonagod. Levi will back up his Medusa. Dawnbreaker is dropping, can Soul Ring and Hammer. Levi is going for this dive. I don't think it's a kill. I think it'll be a little bit short on damage. Now it's a hammer from Sexy Buns, Mr. Green Bean, to again look for a kill, but neither side will get a kill. A lot of damage being traded, but no kills either direction.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you're actually supposed to buy. I feel like his items are pretty correct on Dawnbreaker, but it's pretty awkward. Like, you don't really have any sustain, and you're against these 2 range heroes, so you don't really want a Soul Ring either. He only has the 1 point E, so he's not getting much from that either.
I'm excited to see what Whole City will do with his first lasso. He has Travels and Fighter Gold, so perhaps it's wait for Travels, then go for a rotation play, but I'm sure he wants to kill Breezy R, even though it's a very hard thing to do at this point in the game now.
Even though Hull got that kill, Breezy has, what, 15 more last hits almost? And the net worth is dead even from the kill, but doesn't seem to have stifled Breezy one bit.
There's your hook, this time hitting Cello Mellow. Cello will die to Splinter Blast. There's a rotation in from Batrider. Again, he has that lasso. Looks towards the Wyvern. Will not use lasso for this kill. So it is a rotation with Firefly for 1 kill. A 1-for-1 trade where both supports die. And again, Whole City is, I guess, this now top lane. Has no TP at the mid lane, but maybe the Venge will TP mid for the XP, and she will TP mid, so all will be good there.
Yeah, can't let Sniper just poke that tower. Go down very fast, but he's also content just hitting creeps, so.
Seems like Levi is dead. He could not grave in time as he was stunned, and you shall grave when you are stunned. Therefore, Dazzle is dead.
Math adds up.
Travels
a
are finished
DD,
in Null
but
City.
yeah, I'm not sure. He still has the last as an option. I don't think Bat really cares about a DD, but could definitely do something with it bottom, maybe? Or top. Help kill that tower. It's always
Dire
nice
sees
to get it early.
God. That's a hard kill to... Never mind, it's easy kill to get. He didn't have the mana shield on, so it will be a death on God. Not the mana shield would have saved him anyways, so... Again, that is the Solar Guardian committed, and a good rotation there from the Dire side supports.
Yeah, that was a great play. They don't even have the tower yet, but they had the ward very good. They must have placed that before?
And that's a fresh ward where he Arctic burned up, ward down, saw Sonic like, oh yeah, free kill.
Yeah, that was a great play. So I'm pretty sure I mean, it's not a carry to carry matchup because it's a mid sniper, but to my understanding, sniper's pretty damn good against Medusa just because you owe Ranger so much.
I can remember back when there was the Lone Druid sniper build where you just go with Dragonlance on Lone Druid and right clicks. That was also another build that was very good against Medusa. Just there's very few heroes in the game that can truly outrange Medusa. Sniper is one of them.
With all that being said, I wonder they still have a pretty greedy scaling draft on Dire, kind of like how they did first game. Just pretty much just the mid sniper, doesn't really help any other lane, just farm. He's taking triangle. Pudge doesn't need a ton of farm, but I do think later it goes, it'll definitely benefit them on Dire. Sonic God's showing up top, which is good. With all that being said, they do need to push a little bit. Getting this top tower is really good. They're trading bottom, but...
Yeah, it is the classic trade. Probably happens in at least half of games nowadays, where minute 10 comes out, you trade your safe lane T1 towers, and that will be the case where both teams will lose their safe lane T1, and we'll see a little bit of movement into the respective enemy side jungles. Though, Chalmel did not ward the Dire side jungle, so there is no vision there still.
Yeah, meanwhile in Dire Triangle, Breezy's having a great time. He's just playing carry at this point.
I guess that is a lot of the role of the sniper this game. It's like, you know what, my cores are Pudge and Dawnbreaker. They do a lot of damage, but they're not agi heroes, so I will be the true hard scaler when eventually, at like minute 45, when Pudge falls off. So at that point, then Sniper, if the game's not over, can truly just win the game, I guess.
I think this Dawn catch needs to happen. She's just gonna ult anyone they go on mid. I get they're like trying to defend the mid tower, but she was pushed up so far, and like if you can catch her instead of her ulting on someone mid, I think it was really good. But this opportunity missed.
It's a good day to farm. It's probably the quietest it's been all series, where it's just both these teams is farming in 11. We're seeing a number of key items being purchased quite soon. Manta not too far away on Sign of God. We have a Blink in the 1,000 Gold Mole City, so that's probably what Radiant's waiting for, is that Manta Dusa, Blink Bat, and of course the Blink on Tiny as well, which will be in 8 or gold.
Yeah, double Blink's definitely an interesting timing. Doesn't offer like a lot of damage or like that in general, but can start fights super easily. Tons of snipe again for sniper, or jump, sorry. Hold porting directly on the bottom. They are going for the Dawn pick as previously mentioned, but I don't think it's gonna happen. She's so far back now. Paul's is way overextending now.
Yeah, there is a Winter's Curse from Alren if he wants to use it, but never mind, sorry. Chalamel will give up his life to save Whole City. That is an inevitable death on the Venge. Problem is, they still do need to save Whole City, but he will walk away from the danger. So again, it is a kill for Reily Feid. They have won the engagements, and I'm sure Whole City not too happy, but it could be a lot worse.
Yeah. This overextending quite a bit there. They didn't really have any vision or any wards of this Dawn. Hoodwink misses the bushwhack. Maybe that's a kill.
Radiant walk into the high ground, hook online, missed by Karan. Confused will be the first kill for the Radiant side of Polar Ass. And again, we're seeing attention splits. The main target appears to be the Wyvern. Wyvern has no TP, so his life will certainly be forfeit. Question is not if, but when, and the answer is now. That is both Dire supports dead. So again, Polar Ass getting some kills. Not the biggest kills in the world, but nice kills to acquire. And during all of that, the Medusa is farming, so the game state is pretty good right now.
Yeah, Beast gets a kill. Hull would have loved it too. They're both right on the edge of their blink timing. Hull's a few hundred gold off. Beast could maybe make a play. It's on Chicken now, coming over to him.
And it is going to be a very fun. It's always fun when the Beast of US East has a blink dagger. You know, something crazy's about to happen. It's on the courier already, now in his inventory, and he's smoked up with the Bat Rider. Looking at Radiant Vision, they will see a Wyvern mid quite soon, but other than that, they have very little information. Sniper just showed mid lane. That's the biggest kill in the game if they can get it. The Blink Avalanche on 2, but Green Beam will save with the Solar Guardian. Sniper is on the outside. He's hitting Cello. Lasso on Wyvern. Cello dead. Sniper still alive. Radiant can't kill anyone. Dazzle will grave himself. The Beast runs in, but Sniper still is half HP. The damage was lacking. Levi is quite low. The Blink, the Avalanche from the Beast of US East, but Levi is dead. And the Beast will join him. Splinter Blast will slow. Whole city's being run upon. Tiny dead. Whole city low. Whole city will perhaps survive. Barely will survive. A TP into the fountain. The earned damage did not kill him. So it is a 3-for-2 in favor of Reily Feid. But notably, Polar Ass came for the kill on Sniper, and they got the kill on Sniper.
I was gonna say that was about to look like a 4-for-1 trade for Reily Feid, but Hull lived and they got the Wyvern too, so it's always cool. Sonic got to show up an ult there. I don't think Pudge is a part of it, so he was farming for a bit, but overall pretty good. I mean, decent for both teams. It was a trade. It would have been really bad if Hull died there, because he's right on his blink. He gets it now, but I was a bit worried about that play, because going in right before you have an item is always really awkward.
We're at the point now, you mentioned the double blink timing, and that will be the name of the game. Blink Tiny, Blink Bat. They'll be lasso in 40 seconds, and there is 2 smokes on Levi, so I think I know the play for the side of Polar Ass. It will be the 4-man smoke. And here we go again. It is the Beast of US East.
They had a ward on that, right?
I think it saw it, yeah.
Certain. They were so close to the wave, and even though they didn't observe it, I'm almost certain they saw that.
I think they have like 2 heroes right there and there, so I'm sure they know. Looking at Radiant Vision, they see a Hoodwink mid. I think it's all a Wyvern recently, so perhaps it could be the take the 2 easy kills. And look at the circles from Wyvern. Perfect circles. Like, alright, they're in these circles. And that's true, they're in the circles.
Again, they're not really going for this Dawn who's just going to ult on whoever they go on. The wave's pushing in hard, someone's going to have to address that.
Problem is, Green Bean's playing it pretty well as well. He's not really showing that often on the Dawnbreaker, so it's kind of hard to pin down his location.
Yeah, it's hard to get the exact, but you know he's in the general area. He's hogging that whole side of the map, getting a lot of farm.
That is true, yeah.
Dire are scanning.
What's Breezy R buying?
Under attack.
If you were hoping he would buy a BKB, you would be incorrect. He has a crit in his quick buy right now.
Yeah, smoke didn't come anything. Very telegraphed. Mid is just chipping. They do get Wyvern.
Yeah, there will be certainly a death on Alren, but again, that is the lowest value kill you can get right now if you are Polar Ass. If you could maybe parlay into that mid tower, it's decent, but again, Sniper and Hoodwink on the defense makes one very hard tower siege.
Yeah, that's pretty much the name of the game. They got these 3 heroes defending mid. They just need to expose the side lanes. Beast is looking for the Dawn, but only finds Creep Wave. Dawn is now very safe.
Well, Hoodwink has walked into severe danger. He'll bushwhack Levi, attempting the Sharpshooter before he dies, but with the Beast of US East arriving, there will be no 1-for-1. Simply a pick for the side of Polar Ass. And again, it's only a support, but every kill in Dota counts.
Man, Cello has some funny items. Phase boots and a Wraith Band. I don't know if I'd ever be able to guess he's playing Venge with something like that, going into a Shard.
Huh. Guess it gives him plus armor against the Dawnbreaker and the Sniper, but it is interesting. I'll agree with you on that one.
Beast catching the wyvern.
And that is going to be almost a solo kill, but with Sniper and Dawnbreaker arriving, the Beast is in severe danger. Curse hits on 2, ensuring there is no grave from Levi. Speaking of Levi, he couldn't grave himself either in time. He's simply dead. Stone Gaze will cancel Dismember, meaning that counts Karan in a little bit of danger, but Sonic God is broken. Dire are diving in the 5v3. Whole City has no lasso. It remains on cooldown. Therefore, Sonic God will die. 3 kills for the side of Reily Feid. Whole City and Cello will get away, but if you're Reily Feid, you get a tower and 3 kills, including the very important Medusa kill. So a huge win there.
Yeah, I don't know if that was like a big misplay from Polar S. Tiny wasn't able to get the kill, or just really good play from Dire. Probably a bit of both, but really unfortunate outcome. They lose a super important tower.
So Whole City is aware that Dire in the Roshan pit. Now Dire are aware the whole city is there. Hook will be
Needs
off
to
the
move
mark.
an item out. There it is, move item out.
Here we go. Whole
Gonna
City
get it.
gets it! He gets it! And he kills Sexy Bug! He kills Karan! Whole City! 0-7 with a question mark mid-fight! He's still fighting, he's question marking anyways! Edith will be lost, Levi's arrived, and he'll get absolutely demolished by Breeziar once this great ends, but Whole City has returned. Levi is dead, lasso on Breeziar, and Breeziar has not died in a long time, but this time he cannot escape. He's slowed by the Scotty Medusa, and the Batrider, and the Tiny, and he's now dead. Breeziar down, simply Dire supports remaining. Wyvern with the Arctic Burn will attempt to juke around, but in comes Batrider. Curse will be on 2. Bat will barely survive, I believe. He will barely survive. And now it's the Beast of US East. The Avalanche to toss the Bounty Rune Steel in the kill on Wyvern, and 2 more hits. Tree slap, tree toss. Down goes Wyvern. What a huge play from Polar S, especially Whole City.
Saying it, man. Good opportunity for him to show up this game, and that was some good stuff. And some good all chat. This is some prime Polar ass we're watching here. I like this.
It truly is. Oh god, that's some good counter all chat too. Confused is dead, by the way.
You're talking shit on Hull, but he's just killing more people.
The Polar ass are powering up.
That's
I guarantee you Dire are frustrated right now. I've been there. I've been all chat by Whole City. It can get frustrating. You can get a little bit tilted when you all chat to you, so what can you do sometimes?
Yeah, you know, we can see like the gold and XP swing, but we don't see like the morale swing or anything. There could have been a huge morale swing there for sure. A lot of confidence gained on Polar S.
The Beast of US East. Never mind, the damage is not even close to enough. He's going to just die under the tower, I think. That's a beast play right there. He was smoked up, he saw an opportunity, didn't know if it would work, went for it and died.
That's like some definition of insanity type stuff. I think he's made that play twice in a row now with no friends because it's pretty deep and just dies.
And that's the exact sort of play that the Beast will make on every hero in every game state. You have to accept that sometimes. Like, you know what, he's a hero under tower, he's got a blink dagger, he's blink under tower.
If it works though, he'll look like a boss, that's for sure.
Oh, Cello Mello, he's in some severe danger. He'll technically not die to the Pudge, so there's no Flesh Heap stack for Karan, but it's still 2 kills in rapid succession, and it seems to be a tier 2 tower on top. However, Radiant will attempt the TP, and Batrider will be leading the way. Sonic God, I don't believe it's shown quite yet, but at this point the tower is dead, and Breeziar will Mask of Madness and run away. Whole City looks to chase, but Breeziar will concussive grenade away from the danger. Now hits Whole City. Flame Break brings him to the right side. The Beast of an Avalanche on 2, but it's a 2-man Midwich Curse as the response play. Batrider half HP and dropping, but gets graded by Levi. Hook in on Tiny from Pudge. Karan. It's out tossed in the Breeziar, so the Beast is most certainly dead. Polar Ass will accept the death and run away, so another pick-off for the side of Reily Feid. He's all chatting my boy. You can't do that.
It wasn't even his fault, I feel like. I mean, maybe he had a couple feeds, but it's one of those things. Hull started the... Oh, he had no vision? Oh, there wasn't a sentry down anywhere, actually.
Yeah, a little bit out of range. Close one was right there. There we go. That's some all chat. That's... You gotta show some respect. He's the Beast of US East. You gotta show some respect to the Beast.
Man. Hull went his Witchblade build. Is that like supposed to go on the napalm, yeah. Proxim or something, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I mean, the interaction would be it gets boosted by napalm, correct?
That's what I'd assume by people buying that. I don't see any other reason. Hull's gonna get a later BKB because of it.
How
But
many ticks of damage is it again? It's... Okay. It would be 5 ticks of damage, right? Or would it be 6 ticks?
you're asking the wrong person. I don't do math or play Batrider.
Is under attack.
Or no, it would be 5 ticks. It'd be 1 at the onset and then 4 more afterwards. I see. I don't know. The math was really easy on that one. My brain did not want to cooperate. It's 5 ticks of damage, so...
Okay, they're doing the right thing. Hull is doing the right thing, I think. But he does have a BKB. Does he have the damage?
It seems to be no. Sexy Buns is not... Actually, he's dead. Never mind. That's not damage.
Dude, that essence ring, what?
Interesting.
on,
I mean, he
dude.
had... He did the essence ring.
Dude, Hull is literally AFK for 5 seconds using his 20 words per minute typing to write that out chat.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, by the way. We saw a missed sharpshooter in the river, but back to the top lane. We are seeing Aaron use the Arctic Burn to juke away high ground, low ground in the trees to not die a whole city, and Sonic God. It's hard to, like, say words. You're trying not to laugh at this all chat, man. It really is.
I'm just baffled, man. This guy's 300, constantly all chatting everyone, not even just this game, and he can't even press his neutral. Like, I don't know, man. It says something when you're getting like outplayed by Hull.
Lads, you know, we mentioned how potentially Ice Yeti would be the one flaming whole city, but that's a great double-handed flame right there. Back into flame, that's the word.
Hopefully, though, Hull doesn't, for his own team's sake, doesn't chat a lot more because he's got plays to make.
He does.
No, Green Bean Slinger here where you can just like turn your brain off, hit some creeps. Oh, sling's happening? Okay, ult. But Hull's a much higher skill cap player, so it all fits. Medusa's is actually ahead of Sniper.
Sonic has been #1 net worth for, I think, pretty much the entire, like, the last 15 minutes. I remember there was a while where it was #1 net worth Sonogod, 2, 3, 4 Dire Course, but Sonogod was like 5 gold ahead of the Dire Course.
It's just kind of how the team plays. I remember when I played on the team, even my farm would get sacrificed, but not even for Sonic. It'd be like Cello taking all the creeps, but he's just constantly farming. And yeah, Beast always running in.
Levi is incredibly dead, by the way. Dire spoken to the Radiant Tri-Camp, found Dazzle, but the Beast, he may have engaged a little bit too hard on this one, trying to save Levi. If it was only Levi dying, that's an acceptable sacrifice, but with the core kill included, that is quite unfortunate.
Dire structures are for generation.
Alright, Sonogod's teeping away from danger there. What you're saying?
Oh, I was just saying they're hunting this guy. Did they have a scan down?
Oh,
shit.
Blink Lasso on Breezy R. He's slowed by Scott. He has Grenade. In comes the Solar Guardian and the Cold Embrace, but they cannot save Breezy R. It seems that they cannot save Green Bean either. He'll attempt the BKB and walk away, but the swap will cancel the TP. 2 core kills there, and perhaps the 3rd kill in the Winter Wyvern. It's not a core kill, but a kill nonetheless. He has TP, but there's no way out but 6 feet under. And in comes another question mark from Whole City.
I just realized Hull is beyond godlike. His only death, by the way, was that first blood shenanigans.
It feels good.
Not like he really fucked up a lot, but he's going after it. The morale, the momentum, it's all swinging for him right now. He's feeling himself for sure.
We have our answer. It's Secret Agent MI6 member, Whole City, owning right now in Batrider.
Indeed. I think Dire have to be like, alright boys, let's not get too cocky. Hull's a god, we gotta respect him a bit. Because that sniper just hitting the mid, that was very interesting. I don't remember where his team was, but it didn't seem like they were too close.
It's one of those things. I mean, if you're in the team cons, if you lose this game, you say, you know what, Karam Bros, we got too cocky, reset, do it next game. There's always a game 3 if you lose this one. Even then, this is still a very winnable game for Dire.
No, for sure.
What does the Dota Plus win chance say? Right now, it's 70% for Polar Ass. That's pretty high. but not. It's not impossibly high.
Is that stuff super accurate? I always wondered.
Kind of, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know how they go off it, but
I mean, it's proprietary Valve AI, so there's a Blink Lasso. That's 70%. It's about to go up. That is a death on Confused. Raise it to 71% while we're at it. And again, there are smokes on these Radiant supports. Correction, one smoke in the Radiant supports, but they can go for more if they want to.
yeah, Radiant are feeling good. Nice and huge. And no, Breezy will not be getting a BKB. I'm not even gonna like... I don't know how good it is this game, to be fair. Because you're gonna get lassoed and whatever anyways, but... I don't know.
I mean, at the very least, it is a defensive item. It is Lincoln's. That it's not only the spell block, but plus 16 all stats. That's something.
I guess they don't have a whole lot to pop it, other than like the spells they actually want to use. They have like Mystic Snake, but you don't pop it with Swap. You don't pop with Lasso.
Wait, I have
Pretty
the
good
answer.
item.
Whole city is buying Refresher Orbs. So you pop Lincoln's with one lasso, you use the other lasso.
Dude, I did that once. I remember in the lads playoff game or something, I was playing Doom and I doomed Alina, popped her Lincolns, refreshed, and doomed her again. It's the most efficient way to do it.
I guess if you have no other pop rate, if you don't get RNG in a skill-based game for a Fey grenade, might as well.
Do you want to fight this? They're not giving up nothing for free.
Here
Beast,
comes the
of course.
Beast, the Blink on in Curse, but it's only on one for now. TP was cancelled, but now Tiny has been dismembered, so Tiny will get brought down. Hook will be on the allied Wyvern. Stone Gates blink in by Sonic God. It will stun the Dawnbreaker right soon, I believe. Or correction, not. Instead, it's a lasso on Breezy R. Solar Guardian was canceled by the Stone Gaze. So no Solar Guardian. Cold Embrace is there on Breezy R, but he cannot get away with the Silver Edge. So now Sonic God fighting little. Everybody has Manta and 3 to stay available. Levi is dead, but it was for a good cause. The Dire are collapsing. Wyvern low. Shenlo, however, has died. Dire are low on 4, but it's a 4v1. Venge buys back. Sexy Buns will attempt to left steal up, and he will fail to do so. Now, Radiant in a 2v3 will attempt the fight further, but the Venge is not arrived quite yet. Is there a huge hook from Karan? Blink hook online, Blink Dismember utilized into the Bushwhack, into no mana on Medusa. Big kill there. He's dead for 94 seconds on Medusa, and that is a fight win for Reily Feid for sure. And they're going to kill the Venge too. They have a ward for this.
Yeah,
Poor
Churro
Cho.
bought back with no TP. And now he's just feeding.
That is a dieback.
That was a great fight. I thought like 10 times that fight was going to end in favor of one team, but it just changed like every half second.
A little bit more damage would have done it. The Beast, he's thinking about it. He's definitely thinking about going in, but he will not this time.
I think Sonic God could have maybe gotten a blink off there, but dodged a hoodwink pushback at the end. But who knows? He's a good player. He's going for the Swift blink, I think is really sick. Get on top of the sniper. He knows what he's doing on Medusa, so. Fortunately, though, this is Roche. No Hull City alive to steal it and win Polar Ass the game again.
It will be that second Roshan, this time apparently uncontested, barring a huge and suicidal play from the Beast of US East. Aegis and Shard the spoils, both perhaps to Pudge. Alright, now only the Aegis to Pudge. Probably Shard for here, like a Wyvern, perhaps. Actually, where is the Shard? What? Is it? Because Karan already... Karan... Okay, Karan is getting the Shard after all. Because Breezy already had his, so it will be utilized by Karan for the extra CDR reduction, and if needed, an ally save. CDR reduction, that's redundant, but what can you do?
Yeah, Breezy definitely had his Shard right at 15. Doesn't need that shit. They're looking for Sonic God, maybe? They might need more heroes. Dawnbreaker obviously can ult. Is he gonna walk up the cliff?
He's walking into danger right now. Curse and Dismember both available. Hook off the mark! Karan! Unfortunate miss from the Pudge.
That's a 1 millimeter misclick with consequences.
It's the little things in Dota, you know? It's a game of inches. We're at the point now where, again, it's a tenuous game state. Dire in the current lead, though it is, again, not a particularly large lead. Currently a 3k net worth lead, but with the Aegis, it may be time to force the issue, get at least some tier 2 towers, other than the one they've already claimed, the bottom lane. But again, Polar Ass, they want to fight.
You know it's getting good when Holland, Green Bean have shut up and they actually have to play the game.
This is true, this is true.
Pretty passive positioning. I guess I don't know if they're expecting Polar Ass to run at them, but they will be moving out now.
There's your Lincoln Pop, by the way. It's a 4-staff on whole city. Problem solved.
Yeah, that must be what he's getting it for, right? Nothing else.
I mean, that's also helpful with other things, but it's definitely Lincoln's Pop for this game for sure.
Man, it's one of those things though, like same with Yules, I get worried sometimes trying to pop Lincolns with it, because if you don't realize if someone pops it right before you've like saved them. But there's not much ways to fuck it up this game.
Karan blinks into danger, but he's hexed by Levi. Stone Gaze to retreat. The curse hit with a Manta. A good Manta dodge the animation there, and that's a fantastic save from Sonagot, saving his team from a 4-man curse. Chilla will swap, trying to perhaps kill Karan. Karan is very low, but instead it's a toss in on Hoodwink towards the remainder of Polar Ass, so it is a 2-for-1. Both supports on Dire for 1 support on Polar Ass, the Radiant side. And again, it's favorable for Polar Ass. Not only do you get the more kills, but you again delay more Aegis timer. Karan did not have to pop it there, but again, we're down to 2 minutes of duration on the Aegis, so... Wait, Polar Ass are going again. They're smoking up.
Sonagot just got his BKB too. This is big. Know who Aegis on Sniper. Pudge is right with him though.
You see Sniper. Here we go. The blink, the Lincoln's Pop, the lasso. Breezy R. He gets tipped immediately. The tips have returned.
This is good. Very awkward too. No buyback on Sniper. I don't see why they don't just go high ground. There is the curse that they have to be aware of, but as long as it's just Sonagot sieging. I think top towers is safer. They don't defend that ever either.
Yeah, they go for the safer option. I mean, I guess they're respecting that Breezy R could have a buyback, and again, like a huge blink curse plus Sniper buyback, that could be very bad. But you know, it's very easy. It's just run it down top, free tower, free outpost. A lot of free stuff there. They are going to get this tower, right? They're going to actually get it at some point, right?
They must. They must.
Like, they're taking their sweet time. They don't have Sonagot, but apparently it
not
won't
even
matter.
there either. Beast is like, alright man, I'll do this myself.
Well, there's siege units. Apparently the siege units have to finish the job, because Dire actually smoked out S3. I don't think the Radiant Obs ward caught it, but regardless, they know that something is up. It's like, hey, we should probably get away. Tower gets denied. Wait a minute. Beast of US East under a Dire Ops ward, as is Sonagot. Oh no, could be a disaster. Blink dismember on Tiny. Sexy Buns as well. Finding Sonagot, someone gets there in time. However, the Beast US East is still in danger. While Avalanche and Toss attempting to walk away. No, the Stone Gaze again will cancel Winter's Curse. The Stone Gaze coming in clutch, ruining Alrund's game. And there's a gem on the ground as well. Dire run at Levi, but Levi again with the poison touch has Grave will Grave himself, allowing time for the allies to join him, or never mind, for his allies to run instead. As that happens in the Radiant side jungle, we see a Solar Guardian in from Sexy Buns to try to save Breezy R, but it doesn't work. Sniper's dead in the Radiant jungle during all of that.
Yeah, I feel like this happened a couple times now. They're just totally split up. Like, both teams are. Like, for them to make that catch, Hull also has to just not be there, and he just finds a sniper.
Alright, BKB and TP. This time there's no cancel. Lasso on cooldown, Stone Gaze on cooldown, so at least the Green Bean Dawnbreaker won't die, but... Polar Ass, they're just fighting. They are fighting right now.
Yeah, this is good. The break glass Medusa strat working very well for them.
All the tier 2 towers dead on the Dire side. I think for the first time all series, we are seeing Polar Ass up in towers. It's a good time to be up in towers.
Yeah, I was saying how they do better later on Dire, but the farm is just not really concentrated on the sniper. He's died 7 times, not what you want on that hero.
It's a huge contrast to last game. Last game he was #1 in net worth, and now he's just #4 in net worth.
Yeah, I can't only beat up this Medusa if you're poor. Got a leveler on Medusa, that's very, very nice.
You see a lot of Deuce's backpack it, but this game's like, you know what? I'm not even backpacking that one. Plus attack speed, plus armor. It's go time.
It's a lot of cool neutrals for them.
Do Dire have their neutrals yet? They only have a Timeless Relic on the Dire side right now. Radiant have all 5 neutrals, including a Leveler, a Spell Prism, and a Timeless Relic that are being used right now. Apparently, Dazzle's going for the Witchbane, which is interesting. That's a nice little purge to have this game.
Don't you put this Timeless on Pudge, or am I crazy? Like, it's really nice on him. Maybe not the... I mean, Hoodwink does a lot of damage too, but I always value the cores items more.
Maybe they want the higher Bushwhack duration or the higher break on Sharpshooter over the damage on Karan. Certainly it's higher damage for Karan. Maybe they're just taking debuffs over damage right now.
Yeah. Hull might catch... No catch on Green Bean.
He might catch Green Bean, he might catch a death, both certainly
might
possible.
Wrap around him, yeah, I think he's gone.
Alright, tip coming in 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Where's the tip? No tip? There's your tip. I was 1 second off. What can you do?
Yeah, that was do they have any vision on Radiant in this jungle?
No, they've got nothing.
That was an extremely high risk, high reward play from Hull. Doesn't pay off. He doesn't even have buyback as a cooldown? No, he just got it actually. Passive gold.
I was gonna say, was that even high reward? It's more like high risk, maybe medium reward.
Yeah. Depends how much you value Green Bean Badger.
It's not even that easy to kill him with the BKB either. And the shard for that matter.
You know. Maybe high reward if Hull could do math.
You fucking you two. We're seeing Mythbay and T2 towers dead. We are running out of tier 2 towers, but it's going to be okay. What matters, of course, is that third Roshan, which could be alive right now, but Roshan is, he's sleeping in, he's ignoring his alarm. He will be here late today. About a middle-of-the-road Roshan respawn time, I believe. Wasn't paying too much attention to it. But again, it will be up in a minute and 20. Dire have the map control for the area, but Radiant have the Obs Award, so both teams have Roshan on the mind right now.
Yeah, they're just mirroring on sides of the map. Like, I wonder if Sonic looking for Green Bean here. It looks like he is. Very good, and they got to go on him, that's for sure. But there's no, Alright, he breaks first, now they're after him.
Yeah, he blinked in. He could attempt to TP, but... Christian, he can't even TP, he's on cooldown. So he uses BKB and he ends up dying, and that will be potentially a buyback forced out if a fight breaks out right now. Dire blink in top lane for the beast of USDs, but in comes the Stone Gates, and in comes a lasso on the south side of the fight. Winter's Curse hits on 3, but Confused is dead, died to the lasso on the south side. Now the beast will actually get away. The Grave used just in case to save the off lane Tiny. Across the map, 3 kills. Karan and Breezy are the only survivors. Karan will TP to the fountain, and again, Roshan is alive in 15 seconds. Radiant know it must be alive quite soon. Problem for them, it's still not alive. But actually, Tony's waiting, but he knows it has to be soon. It has to hit spawn at some point.
He always times the Aegis. He knows it's soon. And I thought that was going to go really poorly. Beast almost died, but they didn't even lose the same guy. And this game has been hard to like cast these fights. These fights are all over the place, all the time. Hoodwink was way down south.
It's okay. Even though I didn't have it on my screen, I heard the last. I'm like, all right, Hoodwink got lassoed. We're good. I got this.
Yeah, you're a pro. Making millions.
Yeah, both of those things not true, but we'll go with that.
Got a Ags coming. Is that Deuces? I don't think it's
will
Tiny.
be the Dusa. So again, we saw potentially Sonogod buying his own Ags. Now can not buy that instead of the free Ags. And you know, if you amend your statement from pro making millions to semi-pro making hundreds, then we can could be accurate.
Hey man, it's something.
It's
I'm doing this
right?
shit for free or something like that.
Well, again, Dire are live on 5. It can be time to defend. Sonogod again has eyes upon high grounds. Green Bean, ooh, fantastic 2-man stun from the hammer into 2-man curse. BKB has been wasted on Whole City. Blink, hook, Dismember, perhaps, but a grave will ensure Sonic doesn't die quite yet. Problem is, he's down to speed game, he's about to lose the Aegis as well. Cello will sacrifice himself to save Sonic for the time being. The Beast will three-man avalanche on the high ground, and will give his life for that play. That's one death already. Now, blink in by Wyvern, looking to kite around. Levi forces away, assassinate, hits Cello Mellow. He'll attempt the stun, but his TP is canceled by Confused Bushwhack, and now, Levi attempted to grave and get away, but now the entirety of the Radiant are just beginning to die. The important heroes, the Batrider and the Medusa, get away, but again, that is a 3 for nothing. You force out no buybacks, you get a grand total of 399 damage in the tower, and you almost lose the Aegis.
Yeah, a very botched initiation. Beast was not on the same page he went in after. They can, Reily Feid can definitely showcase more of the good high ground that Sniper has this game than last. It's going to be very hard for them to crack high ground unless they like catch him. He doesn't have buyback on Sniper. It's probably their way through. But
Actually,
now they're just going to get ran down again.
speaking of initiation on the Dawnbreaker from Bat, it's really unfortunate because if it's a core second earlier or later, it would have been a kill probably. Instead, it's a lasso on Dawnbreaker now. Curse, it's solo, and Stonegaze zones away. Dawnbreaker is in severe danger. Will Beaky, but again, the Stonegaze keeps her in place. The break isn't Sonic but has 2 lives. Sexy Buns has fallen, as
Oh my
has
God,
the
he got
Medusa, but again,
saved.
has
He
2
got saved.
lives. Bat, now, he's saved by the punch, you're right! Oh no! That's 2 buybacks from Tiny and Bat, but again, Radiants are attempting to fight their high ground, but they're not sustaining right now. Karan is running down Sonagod. The Beast goes in, but again, it's only been 1 kill. Flamebreak is back, but it does not hit on the Pudge. Pudge is walking away, and you mentioned it, that important dismember save. I didn't even notice it. I thought he was just dead, but no! What a clutch save from Karan.
Karan doing what Americans do best, eat. Saves them for a brief amount of time, but just enough. Couple buybacks and an immediate dieback on Tiny. That's gotta feel bad, but Sonic got still got buyback. They know there's no buyback on Tiny, so they're just gonna push.
Well, Hook dodged with the Manta. Levi nearly dies to Sniper, who's looking for a bit of a side swipe there, but instead, eventually Radiant will deward, and even though there are no buildings taken, that is the Aegis lost, and 2 core buybacks utilized. 1 from the Bat, 1 from the Tiny, so that's 2 different win conditions now for the side of Reily Feid, and again, 1 key dieback from either of those 2 heroes, and the game could be over.
And Levi's holding onto this tunic. That's pretty funny. He has the Philo Stone backpack, and he's holding the shirt. Wants to evade some bullets or something. Definitely a lot safer just to wait for Dawnbreaker. I don't know if they're going to wait Roche. They kind of almost threw last game by not doing that, but it is going to be a long time on Roche. 4 more minutes. With both teams, it's so hard to just go up this one little set of stairs. A lot harder than it looks.
And we are really reaching the late game. It's minute 46. It's go time. It's time for the tension. I mean, we're with the point. I think both teams know 1 botch fight could do it. 1 botch fight could mean that we gotta pause. Apparently, both teams are utilizing the pause to do stuff. For Radiant's tech issues, for Karan going to the bathroom.
And Sonigod's the guy on this team where you just pass him the ball and you hope he scores. This guy's got so much more net worth than anyone else. He also got the Ags from Roche, but he's triple beast net worth. Hull is no longer the 10-1 guy he was.
I guess the problem for Sonagod is, sure, he's number 1 net worth by literally 12k, but you are running out of items you can buy. Like,
Yeah,
sure, he's buying a
Lincoln's
Lincoln's, but
coming. The shoes, I guess, are gonna have to get sold or something.
apparently he's got the Butterfly and the Quick Buy as well, but again, you have to get rid of something for that. Maybe he buys like a moon shard at some point just to utilize the items he already has, but again, eventually you are going to run out of items you can buy on Sonagod. Sure, you can just buy, I guess, moon shard for your Tiny, but you're running out of items to buy. There's only so much gold on 1 hero can do. And we are at that point versus Dire. All 3 of their cores are nowhere near maxed out yet. Karan can still buy another item and a half. Sniper can easily buy another item and a half as well. The Hurricane Pike plus upgrading Mass Satanic. Look at the Dawnbreaker again. He can buy like 2 more items. He's fine. He's got plenty of space to buy items. So that's your problem right now. Is eventually Dusa caps off. I'm not telling him the answer to that one. It's 61% in favor of Reily Feid, but I'm not telling him that.
Tell him the betting odds. We got a money line going for this.
Dear God, no. My lord.
I mean, those lines, I don't know. I don't like those lines. Like, they're barely winning.
I was gonna say, if it was so easy that it wouldn't have taken him 46 minutes.
Yeah, when I faced Green Bean, I remember he said something like he's going to slaughter us, and then when we beat him, he says we're too garbage for him to try.
Jeez. No comment. This is interesting. I mean, I think Green Bean, I guess, is trying to be the new heel of lads. Historically, it was players like Whole City and Smiley
Good to be this.
would be the ones, like the main guys in the Yellow Chat, the main people drawing the ire, but with Smiley kind of retired and Whole City a little bit less active in the league, it's now Green Bean is Mr. Flame Master #1 now, who's just trying to piss off as many people as he can, so what can you do sometimes?
Yeah, I appreciate the heel role. Like, I like the all chance stuff, but, like, I don't know. His persona or whatever he's doing, and just, like, I don't know. It doesn't seem that funny to me, even. I think it's poor execution, but maybe other people like it. I don't know.
I know him and Bulljax have gotten into some all the minor Discord disagreements recently. And
Yeah.
we'll leave it at that. It was kind of dumb from both of them, but definitely more dumb from Green Bean.
Yeah, dumb and Green Bean, common duo.
Well, we are resuming the game. Again, if you are just joining us, Reily Feid are effectively one team fight away from making it to the next round of the playoffs. If they win this game, they will advance to the top 6. If they lose this game, Polar Ass again can pull some late game theatrics, then we will get a game number 3. My name is Badger. I am joined by Filski. By the way, if you want to hire me, contact me on Twitter. Twitter.com/BadgerDota2. I'm available for your tournaments, by the way, but Killing aside, we are again in a very tense late game situation. Minute 47, and both teams out.
Yeah, definitely a lot more room to play safe on the dire side, so I wonder if there's going to be more urgency from Polar Ass. Like you're saying, they got a lot of items to buy. They got a sniper. And a Pudge, too. It's so hard to run up high ground. Cello's actually in these trees. You just walk up there? How is he even in there?
It's been so long that I don't remember how we got
I think, did the trees grow back? It looks like he's stuck.
He died in that last fight, like over there,
He
right?
just walked down. Never mind. I'm dumb. Well, they're running. No safe play for Dire. They want to go in. Very
It was the
blind,
5-man smoke,
ambitious.
but Sonic got the Lincolns popped on the curse. This is why you bought the Lincolns. Now it's the Stone Gaze, trying to maneuver in this fight. Alrin certainly will die. Question is, can Dire find vengeance? They're going for Sonic. He will be Gibby. Wyvern buys back. The chaos is massive in this team fight. Dazzle is dead. Lasso on Pudge. Both supports buy back. Green Bean is in with the Solar Guardian, looking to save Karan. On the north side, it supports man fighting with Wyvern and Medusa in the 1v1. But again, and the main side of the fight, it's Sexy Buns. Green Bean stunning everything back to the north side again. Wyvern low. Sonic's being kited around. Cello Mel still cannot save Whole City. Back to the south side again. Speaking of Cello, he'll stun 2 heroes. Karan is dead. It's a big kill on Pudge, but the Beast might be a counter trade. He's dropping low, has Avalanche, but cannot toss in time. Dazzle has diebacked. Radiant are down 3 with no buyback, and Cello may die as well. He'll stun on 2, but there's too many heroes hitting him. Bushwhack, Assassinate, has Avenge down, has the Axe, but again, his Illusion 2 will die. And now it's a scary, scary game state. Tiny dieback, Batrider dieback, Dazzle just died back as well. So this is bad. This
Yeah,
is bad
Wyvern
for
bought
Polar Ass.
back. Pudge's buyback, too, if they really want to push it. And I guess you really don't need BKB when these fights take, like, literally 10 years. Sniper really doesn't care. The fights take so long, it's like both teams don't have enough damage. They went on the Medusa, but yeah, even when they popped his Lincolns, like, Karan dismembered him, but he got instantly stunned by the Mystic Snake on the shard. Even though he was BKB'd, it pierces and just immediately ended the dismember.
My question at this point, when does Sonic consider Rapier?
Probably now. I don't know what he gets rid of. Maybe he needs a blink to start fights. Maybe Manta or something, but I think he definitely need more damage.
I guess he can swap in and out the Manta, push out waves.
Yeah, it doesn't seem too bad. See what they have time to do this game. They are doing top. They're up in 10 now, though. Took a while to get here, so I guess they're just gonna chill. Roche is up in 20 seconds. They know it's gonna be soon.
Maybe it's a tier 3 tower. Actually, not even a tier 3 tower. So again, Reily Feid playing it slow. They're getting the D wards up for Roshan. They have a ward here in the high ground. They have a ward here in... Actually, 2 different wards in low ground right now. So the vision for the approach to Roshan is certainly good. But again, it's an early Roshan spawn this time. That's bad for Polar Ass.
And there it is. We got Ags and Refresher. I don't even know who you put what on. Kron already ate Nags.
I guess Ags on maybe the Wyvern?
Yeah, I guess so.
Could be Green Bean as well for that extra evasion. But I think the stun is important as well for the Dawnbreaker, so...
Yeah, I don't really know how to think about it because he does all these like brawling items. I feel like he wants to be in the fight, but who am I to say? I don't really know much about Dawnbreaker.
That's incredibly basic. You don't know that, even though you're an offline player. It means you have honor.
Yeah, I haven't really touched that here at all. Couple games that they actually have vision now. Both teams know that. I'm not really sure why he ulted like that, but
I think it's because his ward was dying and they knew there was vision. It's like, alright, might as well do some damage or something.
oh, fair enough. Yeah, if it was dying, it's definitely a good idea. I think makes Polar Ass have to move.
Ron blinks in, but Levi will not die quite yet. This smoke gank has not succeeded quite yet for Reily Feid. Shrapnel gives the vision. Radiant are not in it. Dire on the low ground now, walking high ground under a Radiant Ozma, but they still remain smoked. Now, they're giving it away. Karam blinks in, hooking off the mark. The stun on 2. In comes Sonic, so gazing in the back lines. The Beast blinks in for Wyvern. Wyvern low. Wyvern will cold embrace himself. Whole City comes in, looking at the back lines as well. Running at Sniper. The Beast is dead. But Whole City cannot lock down Sniper. Flame break in. It's perfect to the lasso. And that certainly will be Breezy R dying. Unless Karan can save him. And Karan cannot. Alrin is dead. As is Breezy R and Polar Ass. At long last, already in our key team fight. Whole City runs it confused. As again, Green Bean will BKB. Hoodwink is juking, and Sexy Buns is trying to man-fight down. He'll miss the stun on Levi. Levi will grave himself. Again, an avalanche. A Mystic Snake with the Aghanim Scepter will stun, and that will be a death on Sexy Buns. Back to Confused. He finally dies to Cello Mello's magic missile. That will be 4 dead on the side of Reily Feid. 3 have buyback, everyone but Wyvern. But again, a massive team fight win for Polar Ass.
Man, the one time I cast, this game is going on forever. Easily be a game 3. They actually didn't get Roche either. I forgot about that. This is a free Roche for Polar Ass and another Ags and a Refresher. Wow. Another big swing. But again, it's going to be so hard to go up high ground.
Who even... Oh, Whole City can get the Ags. That's a huge Ags for Whole City. If he... Ah, never mind. With the Tiny. It's not a bad Ags, but the Beast is not itemized for his Ags. No crits, which would have been the big item with the Ags.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Beast doesn't seem like an Ags enjoyer. I don't think he likes sitting back and throwing trees. I think he wants to go in and throw people.
Maybe he can blink in and then tree volley after the avalanche stun? Perhaps that's the play there?
I think Top Cern ever like throws the trees and then while they're midair he jumps in.
Oh, look at the real Dusa! Never mind, she's fine. She'll Stone Gaze. It is Stone Gaze forced out for 85, though.
Yeah, that is definitely not optimal. Oh wait, they give the Aegis to Beast too. How did I not see that?
Yeah, Sonic God just can't afford the item slots.
Yeah,
he gets a
just
butterfly
doesn't
in the
think
way.
he's gonna die. She definitely can, but I don't know. What is he getting? Oh, butterfly.
So backpack manta butterfly, and I guess he'll swap out the butterfly and the he's swapping out the BKB for the manta, which again means his illusions will be stronger. That's a risky play putting the BKB in backpack like that.
Yeah, the thing with putting it in the backpack is like, when do you actually swap it in? I guess if you're about to have a team fight, but like, I don't know, it seems weird. I guess you swap manta out right before you fight. Sometimes you don't know when the fight's gonna happen either, so.
Son of God, he's got confidence in his own judgment and his own Medusa ability. I hope for his sake he's right, because if he's wrong, it will be game losing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's any guy who's played these long-ass games, especially from the carry role when you have so many items. I think he's done it more than anyone else. Polar Ass are like the kings of stupid long games.
Yes, it's one more. One more for the repertoire. Here we go, Blink. There's the lasso. The punch has saved, but in comes the beast into an avalanche. Wyvern could not curse. Let's pop the Lincolns as well. Alran is dead. Confused is dead. Green Bean will attempt to save, but Karan is dropping. Breezy R is dropping. The beast is slapping. Hook on Tiny. Dawnbreaker is sustaining, but whole city is killed. The sniper on the north side of the fight. Karan is dead. Reily Feid are collapsing. Green Bean dead. All buybacks have been used, and again, will be a 5, plus Aegis into 3. Polar Ass may again have pulled a miracle. The blink, the avalanche, sniper, the target, toss, but no, toss away from the beast of the US East. But a lasso, a save against Magaran, the swapping, knocked both in again. The stone, Boulder knocked back, sniper dropping, knocked away. He's so low, he congratulates himself. Radiance, the tree line, no damage, still not enough. Breathing, man fighting, missile, Lincoln's pop, breathing R, man fighting, trying, he's fighting, Hall City low, grenade again from Breezy R, flame break back, but the entirety of Reily Feid otherwise is dead, and Breezy R cannot man fight, and we are going to a game 3.
Holy shit. This is some prime Polar Ass. I have such a fat smile on my face, man. I have a huge smile.
I don't blame you. It's your boys.
It's gonna be like 12:30 though in this end. Holy shit.
You know it, baby. You know it. We've been here for 2 hours and 15 minutes. Include lobby time, more like 2 hours and 20 minutes. We're not even close to being done.
Yeah, this is fucking sick series. It's all gonna have a great ending, I'm sure. Hopefully another nice competitive game. This one was super competitive. First game was pretty competitive enough for a really good game, so.
You know, like some little speedrunners have a heart rate monitor when they play their games? I need a heart rate monitor, man. I really do. For these casts.
Is it that good, really?
My heart is beating right now. I have like maybe like a 60 resting heart rate. It's like 140 right now, man. It's crazy. It's going. The adrenaline's pumping.
Man,
I love casting.
I may need to grab a bit of food quickly. I'm gonna
you go for it first. You go for it, and then when you come back, I also will do it.
All right, sounds good, man.
Go get him. Oh, I love Donington so much. Go. Let's see. So, it's game 3. It is game 3, baby. This is it for all. I mean, this is the big game 3. And Polar Ass, they love being this underdog team. You know, this is what they've done. This is like the 5th different season this Polar Ass team has done this brand of Dota, and again they've made big playoff runs, made a grand finals doing that, and we're back again. Another just late game heroics from Polar Ass, and you love to see it. You just love to see it. It's game 3, baby. I mean, game 2. It's a fantastic game 2. 57 minutes, if you round. These fights have been very, very crazy. I definitely have not been fully precise on my team fight word usage, but again, it's a lot of crazy shit going on, so that's my cope. That's my cope. We are seeing a more chat. Whole city's chatting. We are seeing a lot of chatting from from Whole City 07. You know he loves to chat. It's Whole City. He's done. The former villain of Lads, Whole City, has become the possible Lads People's Champion. If he can win this game, if he wins this game, he will become the People's Champion. Whole City, he's chatting. He is chatting, and so is Green Bean. They're both. Everyone's chatting. It's chat time. It's Blog Boys in the chat. Man, this is. Shallow putting a G in the chat. Oh my lord. This is some wild stuff right now. Okay, so we're gonna press this blue button. Our favorite button in the game, the blue button. We're gonna once again look towards this game 3. We're getting ready to go. It is go time. You know what time it is. And this is it. This is the all-deciding game 3. Filski is on his break. I need to get some more water after that game 2 once Filski comes back. But I will not leave you, the people, alone. Again, there is a draft going on. Surprise, surprise. Puck has been banned out, which is the first ban to pull their ass all 3 games. Leaf Cottle was banned out all 3 games as well. Champs picked game 1 by Reily Feid. It's been banned out the last 2 games, and now it's a Dazzle ban. So again, Pudge available, Dawnbreaker available, Marcy available, Tiny available. It's Tiny will be our first pick. We've seen Tiny all 3 games, and right now Tiny has an 100% win rate. It was played by Confused game 1, Reily Feid 1. Played by the Beast of US East game 2, Polar 1. And in comes Marcy. Was banned out both of the other games. This time it will be likely a Confused for Marcy. He is certainly one of the better Marcy players in the league. Had a lot of success on the hero this season. Unless I'm mixing up with another player, but I don't think I am. I'm pretty sure his Marcy is very good.
I return.
Welcome back, Filski. And on that note, I will take my leave. I'll see you in 2 minutes.
See you. Wow, more Tiny. Where's the Pudge? Pudge unbanned. Pick Pudge.
Radiant team pick. Face the light.
Very interesting. Maybe Green Bean's running it back.
Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick. Radiant team pick.
They banned Sniper.
Ten seconds remaining.
What's is this?
5 seconds
I would
remaining.
imagine a mid dawn. but who knows? These are some weird gamers. I don't know if anyone else on the team actually plays Mars in another role. Not uncommon for that.
Radiant team pick. 10 seconds remaining.
Man, this Omni hero Levi likes to play some boring fucking heroes, that's for sure. Don't even think it's good, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you can help one each.
No
Man.
sniper this game. Whoa.
Yeah, sniper banned.
Interesting. I'm guessing it's an offlane Omni. Is that a correct assumption to make?
No, I'm almost certain this is Levi on me. I think they're waiting on Hull's pick again. They thought it worked last game. Cello is a Wyvern enjoyer. They could flex the Wyvern mid, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure this Omni's a Levi hero. He plays boring ass shit.
He's here to win, man. He's here to win.
I'm more so interested in this Dawnbreaker Mars. I'm assuming it's going to be a mid Dawn, maybe a 5, but it's pretty uncommon for non-offlane players to have Mars in their pool. Maybe a couple mids, but
We are again seeing Reily Feid. They're waiting. They're considering their picks. It's a very important 18 pick for them right now.
Polar S thought, wow, that Medusa worked. They went for that shit right away. I feel like this Omni can help Sonic God 1v9 again in a later game. So maybe that's why they go for it too. There's no Pudge ban or pick yet, though.
Radiant team ban.
Okay, so yeah, that's pretty awful hero, but I just realized Visage got banned. So after all that shit talk on Hull's Visage, they banned it. That's hilarious.
Yes. I mean, I guess they don't want to play it. They say, maybe it's good with Medusa this game. We don't want to deal with it. And I get it. But if Polar Ass win game 3, there's going to be a lot of Discord chatter.
Yeah, as tradition. Too bad Green Bean's not in the Discord anymore.
Yeah, he can rejoin anytime. We just, just temporary mute is over. He's just not in the Discord currently. So if he wants,
I mean, do you think he's gonna join if they lose? There's no way.
I probably shouldn't give it to him tonight.
Might join if he wins.
5 seconds.
Yeah, win or lose, we probably shouldn't give it to him tonight.
That's fair.
Because no matter what happens, it's going to get ugly in the Discord. If Reily Feid wins, it's going to get ugly. If Polar Ass wins, it's going to be a lot uglier.
Yeah, but what else is Discord for, man?
That's
Good shit.
Good point.
Why is this Mars so big on like the screen? Is it just me?
He's a big guy, Look at him. He's just a huge guy.
Yeah, but it feels like he's also like 10 feet closer to the camera than anyone else. I can't see shit.
Yeah, maybe he's like a few feet further to the screen. Because I'm look at his feet. They're further forward than like Dawnbreaker or PL's feet.
Yeah.
Maybe Valve saw Mars like, you know what? Mars is a guy who loves to be in the front, use bulwark. Cool. It'll be thematic. Actually, I know why.
5 seconds.
So the heroes on the screen, the one in the middle steps further forward. So the fact that Mars happened to be the 16 pick, the 15 pick, means he's in the middle, which means he looks even larger. Because look at Omnia, he's in the front as well.
Yeah.
So I guess the hero I did actually never do that. The hero in the middle faces further forward.
Yeah, he's just not as resoundingly large as Mars. You can barely even see PL based on where his shield is.
Like the fact that Mars happens to be, among the 2 or 3 biggest heroes in the game makes it look even more of like a stark contrast.
So now I want to see a third pick Primal Beast. That would be cool.
I was gonna say Primal Beast is like number 1 size wise, and it's what, like Mars and Tide?
Something like that. I think the shield does him justice. But mid bans on both sides too, so I would actually I don't know if I would agree that's what Reily Feid are looking for, but
Sand King cometh, the beast of US East. He wants to get vindication. He wants to avenge his game one.
could be a whole Sand King too. He actually played it in the past. Rushes bots, feeds a bit, but it could go either way. I'm not actually too sure.
Just
Cello
like a
likes
Wyvern
Swing
mid, no?
4.
It almost feels like a Wyvern mid.
Easily could be. Cello likes Sand King 4. I think it's awful, but he plays it.
This is something you never know what you're going to get right now. It's Wyvern, Sand King, and Tiny. Even Omni. I mean, only thing you really know for sure is Deuce's carry, and probably Omni 5, but definitely Deuce carry.
Yeah, I would hope just as carry. Still unsure though about Reily Feid draft. They got 20 seconds left. Polar ass, they pick Medusa. They don't have to think too much else. But definitely a lot slower than the first game. And there's no sniper, so they're all out of ideas.
Here we go. It's the Hoodwink. Is that a mid Hoodwink? Wait a minute.
I think it's breezy mid on
It's
this
a mid
dog.
Hoodwink.
I like that. That's funny.
It is one of the Breezy R signature classics. It's a certified Breezy R classic. We haven't seen it much recently because it's not very good mid currently, but again, it's a very interesting mid lane. It's Sand King versus Hoodwink mid lane. That is a rare one.
I don't know how someone's gonna die. Maybe Hull just gets pinged down a lot and ends up dying. But yeah, Beast back in the Tiny.
I have the answer. It's Marcy rotations.
Yeah, that's fair. Hull doesn't really look at the minimap, so Marcy might get him a little bit. That hero comes out of the fog and just miles away gets you. It's so obnoxious to play against. I feel like I'm more prepared for a Nature's Prophet globally TPing on me than that hero.
It's gonna be a hard game to play the runes if you're Old City as well. Even though Dawnbreaker's not great at diving a tower and ganking the way that Marcy is, she's still pretty good. And she's really good at manning up the runes, so it's gonna be really hard for Sand King to get runes this game.
Also, Green Bean's a ranked 300 player. I'm gonna enjoy seeing him play this in Mars more than the Dawnbreaker. He didn't really have much creative freedom. I feel like maybe he can do something more here. He's playing Viper game 1 too.
Chill, baby. Chill, baby.
Well, this is it. If you are just joining us, we have reached the nadir. It is the all-important final game. There is nowhere to go but temporarily up the climax of Game 3. Reily Feid won Game 1. Pretty good game. Polar Ass won Game 2 in a truly epic game. And it's now for the all-exciting Game 3. My name is Badger. I am joined by former Polar Ass alumnus Filski Dota. And here we go again. The smokes have popped on the beast of US East, but it seems like he may barely get away. It's going to be close. He's slowed by Lance, but he will not die under that tower. And in comes Vengeance. Its name is Sand King. Burrow on Karan. Karan's spear. First blood. Who's it going to go to? The answer is Cello Mello. We've seen pre-horn action all 3 games. And again, Alrin's going in again. Bold play. He's hammered down into a 2-man Burrow strike. Alrin dropping low. Cello on the way, but Arctic Burn remains on cooldown. Breezy R has the acorn shot. In comes Confused. Rebounding in. Hitting on 3. Confused will also run away. Breezy R wants to engage. Acorn shot again. Up in 4. Confused being run down. Burrow up in now. Whole City looks to the south, heading towards the room. Breezy R's on the run. Arctic Burn will slow. Alrin is still in the periphery nearby. Whole City gets the rune. Again, Radiant move towards Dawnbreaker. Omni Knights again fighting in a 1v2. Omni Knights dropping low. Dawnbreaker dropping low. Wyvern dropping low. Burrow into the pit. Alrin still trying to man fight, but he's just too tanky. So much HP and armor. Overhit will do. Believe I can't find. No, it was not even enough. Channel dies, whole city dies. Now 2 kills for the side of Reily, Feid, and Levi. He's still hunting, hammer online, but Alren is juking in the trees. Blue Pikachu's very own Alren simply juking out Indonesia's very own Levi. And again, he's running in, but it's a bait at this point, confused. It's clicking this man down. Alren will survive. Levi still might not survive. He wants to go in. He's in too deep. There's no escaping. And now everyone will agree to not fight anymore.
Anyways, the creeps spawn.
Yeah, well, they're still fighting. They're going on the Beast of UFC's mid lane. Why is he mid?
Wait, Hull's playing off lane.
What is going on right now?
I was gonna say Beast went for Fairy Fire in his starting item, so that was a bit weird, but it makes sense. He also had 200 gold to spare. So they had the idea to put him mid from the start. Which is interesting.
That is a spear on Levi. How did Levi... Okay, Levi TP'd him bottom, but he might not be able to survive much longer. He's low on regen right now.
Alright, game started. Good start though. Yeah, these pre-creep brawls are always good. It's also weird, like, as a Dota player, because I feel like they don't happen that much, so it's hard to, like, be experienced with them or, like, know exactly what to do or how far to go.
Seems like about both teams, I mean, they just kept running their faces in there, just did not want to relent. It's no giving up. That was a solid, what, like a minute and a half of fighting straight? Give or take?
Something like that. There's a lot of yelling to do for you. Well done, well done.
I got a little bit too excited for the pre-horn fight, but you know, sometimes you just get a little more excited as time goes on. The fight keeps going on, it's like, alright, you gotta keep going up, right? You can't go down. And then eventually you're just like, just going.
Definitely not. Bottom lane Levi. Oh, spear thrown. Throwing spear is always weird early on Mars. You don't have a lot of mana. You can, I think with his heroes, you can literally play lane with just your W half the time. Just bully people away from creeps, do a lot of damage, secure creeps.
It's a very hard hero to, I mean, a lot of damage, a lot of armor, good ability. Actually, only 3 armor, huh? Still, very good abilities to trade. Hard to run this man down.
He's actually remember the soul ring pretty early again, just like last game. He likes to embrace in the soul ring.
Chill, baby.
Still a little surprised there's the Beast mid. I mean, it's not the first time they've done it all season, but what's going on bottom lane right now? Sonic got alive? Hey, he's alive. He's fine.
Yeah, I wonder what it's like for like Breezy. Like you've been sparring against this team for like 2 hours, and now you have a totally new opponent mid.
Well, bottom lane
goes
is the same as
down.
before. Sonic got dead. Levi, I don't think will die, but it's going to be close. He'll hammer in, he'll fairy fire up, and will barely survive. But again, good trade for Green Bean and Confused. They do not die, and they kill the Medusa, so mission accomplished. Seeing a tip on Karam because he fed a courier, apparently. Not quite sure how that one happened, wasn't watching it, but we are seeing Karan being gone on in the top lane. As mid lane, we're seeing a bit of friskiness going on as well. Shell's dropping low, but mid lane, these zones away Breezy are. So, you know, it's all 3 lanes, a lot of brawling going on.
Interested to see how Hull's gonna itemize. He's not in his natural mid lane this game, so maybe he'll opt for less Creed.
We throw a Blink Dagger first, so that's a very safe item build. But again, if you need your team to have a Blink Dagger, that is one way to do it, is buy it first. No anything else, pretty much.
Yeah, Beast is also the player though who's probably gonna rush it. Maybe he'll opt for the Echo Saber, but I'm not sure if both of those heroes, like getting a super quick blink, is the optimal like thing to do.
Historically, obviously, he plays the Tiny off lane and go for the Blink first. But again, we see a lot of these mid Tinies going Echo into Blink, and I would like to see that for the Beast this game.
Yeah, I agree. It's more stats, like he's strong in the fights. You don't need 2 people necessarily to just jump in.
Sonagod again in danger bottom lane, but he knows he must fight his way out. There is no running, you must simply fight. And Green Bean actually loses a bit of the fights. They drain Sonagod's mana, but now Mars is very low on HP. He has to bring out another salve quite soon. That will be the play. Bring out a raindrop and a salve, so I guess that is some money forced out of the Mars. But again, Sonagod's not happy right now.
No,
He's not CSing the way he was last game. He's losing a lot of HP rapidly.
Yeah, definitely not as good. He does have Levi who can like babe him a bit more in this hero.
Is Cello dead? He's barely alive. With the Arctic burnt.
I'm surprised Karan's running out that far to go get him.
I mean, if he kills Cello, it's probably worth it barely, but the fact that he didn't get Cello means he loses, what, like 3 or 4 creeps for that?
Guess it depends how the lane was going. Hull was pushing it in, but wasn't under the tower yet. I would have to go back and see, but
Mid lane, Breeziar goes for a dive on Cello and will get it. Seems like the Beast went for a toss blade at Cello, and that's... I should have caught that, didn't catch that, but regardless, now Cello Mello is dead. And Breeziar... Oh, it's a regen rune. That is an incredibly lucky 1 in 12 for Breeziar.
yeah, if Hull was mid, he'd definitely be crying about that one hard. Thankfully, he didn't get to see it.
Again, the Manfight continues bottom lane. Splinter Blast will damage the Mars, and the Mars will die first. Marcy will attempt to bring Medusa down with him. Has
Alright.
rebound, but...
Where's the tip?
The
Where's
range
the tip
drop.
on spot? There it is.
Is that both kills to Sonic God? No, it's one to Cello, but still. It's important. You not only see Medusa, but you get 2 kills there. Over to top lane. Sonic God. If he kills Karan here, Doppel is used, but Karan's dead, I think.
Oh!
Hull City 07! He's tipped Karan twice now. Sonic God getting involved in the all chats.
Do you know how mad I am if I'm Green Bean and this guy just came to my lane, this Wyvern, and killed me? So you have a nice 2v1 top, but then your carry dies anyways. Like, that's like the worst shit that could happen.
That's what, like an 8 out of 10 on the anger skill?
Yeah. Pretty. 8, 9.
We'll go 8.5. We'll split the difference. Still, certainly frustrating there. But Karan, again, whole city. You mentioned how he enjoys the Sand King. Usually he plays it mid, but in the off lane, got an early 6 and just beat Karan to death. Mid lane, rebound in on the Beast of US East, so Avalanche and walk away. And Levi tanks the Sharpshooter instead. So again, no death yet mid lane, but Bushwhack is up. Top lane, again, another solo kill. How did he get the solo kill on Alvin? He had no epi. How did that happen?
I don't know. I wasn't even looking because I don't expect this shit.
Neither
I
did
guess
I.
they tried to kill him.
I mean, there was literally a fight mid lane. I figured, okay, there's 3 Radiant heroes. They're just TPing in. This is where the action is. But no, the only kill was top lane. Now bottom lane, Arena on Sonagod. Has a little bit of mana. Can snake quite soon if you use it right now. And he will get it off in time, but could not get the mana shield off. Therefore, still dies on Medusa. Important rotation there. And they're looking for a second kill, but dispose on cooldown. But the Bushwhack, certainly available. Into Sharpshooter, the Spear. Apparently not even needed.
Yeah, he wanted that kill, but Alrin gets it. Another funny boots build for Cello. He's cute at power treads. He's a null talisman.
What?
This guy loves to play core.
Okay, I get the Wraith Band to an extent. What is this null tally treads built on Wyvern? I literally... I
The
don't get
least
it.
greedy Cello build I've ever seen. No points in heal either.
By the way, Whole City is a Blink Dagger. It's minute 8. Minute 8! And he's a Blink Dagger.
I've like played and watched this guy so much, but I actually don't understand him. Like he's either like garbage or like he's somehow owning.
He is unknowable.
The morale swing from the second game, too big.
Well, what is knowable is the death on Levi bottom lane. Cello wants vengeance. One more hit will do it. And one more hit has arrived. Dawnbreaker has died. Mid lane, meanwhile, the Beast, US East, and Whole City go in together to bring down Breezy R. The Beast does not have a blink, but did not need it because Whole City had one. They're running down Marcy. 2 more hits will do it, I believe, but he will rebound away because he's a Marcy. But again, you get the... Whole City loses Courier to a tower, but again, you get what you came for. You killed Breezy R, and you will get some damage on this mid T1 tower, I'm sure. Maybe not, actually. Maybe not.
Who was it? It was Simon who made like the mathematical content bracket or whatever the hell.
Would be Simon,
No,
correct.
he said, I think he said that Polar Ass would be beating this team, which I'm sure at the start of the game would be very unbelievable, but it looks very unrealistic, or very realistic now, sorry.
The Beast US East will barely survive. Levi.
Yes. Fairy Fire Wand, he's baiting him a bit.
A little bit of Heavenly Grace as well on top. A little bit too tanky.
Unless you're green bean and you don't click your item and just die.
You're gonna bring that one up again. I love it. It's a classic game
It's
two
very
throwback.
memorable.
It was.
They
it
lost
was.
the game. They lost the game. But yeah, Beast is going for the blink, so he doesn't really give a shit about that X-Saber item. Paul's going for his patented bots.
If Sonic died, it's a big kill, and it seems like he'll die. He cannot TP as there is a dispose on Marcy. Speaking of dispose, the dispose has been used. TP, is it in time? No, it won't be. It's a
Where
one
did he
TP.
TP? Oh, dude, it's because... Would he have lived if you went to Fountain?
I think he's only TPing for 2.5 seconds, so I don't think it would have mattered. But again, Chillamel has TP'd in with the curse, looking for at least a Marcy kill. But Marcy is actually fine, and Breezyar has broken the tiny. So Cello will die, and the Beast is barely alive. Bushwhack is up in 1. Bushwhack will be dodged. Avalanche, wait a minute. Right clicks. Not enough. He's still dead.
That was quite ambitious. Holy shit.
That's a Beast USG's player right there.
Maybe if he had 2 Echo Sabers, he dies there, but Paul's getting ran at. There's an arena. Oh, and Green Bean will...
Yeah, that's a 4
Doesn't
kill
really
now.
need the stun, but... Oh, he lives!
He lives!
Oh my god, dude.
No 4. That's important. 3 kills is bad, but 4 kills is that much worse. He'll burrow away. Dawnbreaker's hunting a stun in 1. And there's a blink away, not in time. The target instead will be Levi, and Levi will be disposed into what should be a certain death. He can Guardian Angel, but it won't save him, and he won't even attempt to use it. There will be a death on Omni Knights. But again, you save whole city. It's a worthwhile trade.
No bias, I'm glad Hull lived because he missed the spear, because that was a good punish for a fuck-up. Meanwhile, PL is getting his ass kicked by some jungle creeps, but he is 3 levels up on Medusa.
Why is Tiny so poor right now? Actually, it's not important. Toss in on Wyvern. There's no curse for 5 more seconds. Karan will doppel. The low ground! Bad RNG from Karan! That's a 1 in 4 play. There are 3 out of 4 times he will live from that doppel, but instead, it's a 2-man curse into a 2-man burrow into likely 2 deaths. Karan is dead. Alrin is dead. Breezyar will sharpshooter and kill Chillamel via the double damage through Maelstrom proc. But again, unlucky from Karan. I think it's 3 out of 4 times that he lives with that doppel. He does not get the RNG in his favor this time.
Never lucky. I think with the net worth on Beast and Hull is like they laned Hull in the side lane, but I think he's just gonna play as his mid-roll still position too. I don't think they've lost their instincts too much. Went for a quick blink, but the bots are coming very soon. He might be in trouble here. Beast is so far deep. He doesn't have blink or a burrow strike. Doesn't matter though.
Problem is there is a rebound into Dispo's play. The target will be Whole City. The toss kind of interrupted that one, however, because a 2-man stun from out into the sharpshooter onto the Sand King. Sand King remains alive, but barely. Dire will attempt to dive under the sandstorm with the dust. The Whole City still having the Heavenly Grace. The burrow on Dawnbreaker. Breezy will finish the job and now will turn to the Beast of the US East. 2 kills for the mid-hoodwink. And now the target is a 3rd kill. There's no blink on Mars, but the arena is online. It's probably not even needed. It will not be used. Speaking of Mars blink, it just arrived, so it's big win there for Reily Feid.
Yep, feels good. They don't have a catapult, but they will do their best to chip down this mid tower. Won't be able to do it all the way though. Chell is still alive. He's maxing his Splinter Blast. Level 4 just got up, so maybe they do get it. They're playing pretty hard for it.
The curse on Creeps and Phantom Lancer into a burrow, but there's no Epi. Apparently Epi, not even needed. They knew their damage, and they got the kill on Karan. Let's say a good recognition here from Whole City to get the Caustic Finale damage on those Creeps. Definitely needed that damage.
Yeah, Hull for once got some good math. Green Bean's still playing around bottom. He has his blink, but can't really fight around mid. Feels pretty awkward right now. Both these teams, I mean, I guess a lot of Dota in general, people just like to make standoffs in the mid lane. Green Bean this whole series has just pushed so far up on the tier 2.
And in general, he has not been punished. There are incidences of being punished, but generally not.
Holy shit, Hull blinked onto the fucking wave. I guess he didn't know Green Bean was literally right there. To be fair, he had no like support to help him with it, but
Green Bean had the ward as well, so he knew Whole City was nearby, so no kill there. In the Radiant Tri-Camp, we may see a kill. Alrun is low, has Solar Guardian, and has 514 move speed thanks to the rebound, actually, so he's just alive. The Beast of US East has a Blink Dagger. So again, it is that double Blink time. We saw it last game with the off-lane Tiny and the mid-bat, and again now it's Tiny Sand King with the Blink timings. And surprise, surprise, with the Blink timing, it's Smoke time. This time, not spotted out by a ward, I don't think. Maybe the siege unit may have barely seen it, but I'm sure it didn't. Right now, Radiant indecisive, debating between the Mars mid and the Hoodwink top. They choose Hoodwink, likely a correct decision. Blink Burrow, the opener. Sharpshooter will get him away, and actually, the Beast has Blink Avalanche Toss. That will kill the Hoodwink, and now Alrun is in the middle of a very sticky situation. He too will die. 2 kills for Polar Ass.
how do they know Hoodwink is there? I know he threw the spell right before, but even before that, Levi was pinging that there's a Hoodwink or someone in the trees.
Guess they had to have seen some projectile thrown out there at some point.
Yeah, I might have missed that. Very far up though from Breezy.
Levi's a gamer. I've got faith in his gaming abilities.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Doesn't have boots. Oh no, boots are on the way.
Ooh, good burrow from Whole City! To escape from Green Bean to the question mark from Whole City. The confidence is high still. That's how you know the confidence is high. He's question marking in the all chat. And Green Bean's not even responding. Is it perhaps the time for Polar Ass to win the morale game? Mars is half HP. Radiant running as 3 to 335 bottom lane. Avalanche will miss entirely. Marcy, oh no! That's huge kills for Reily Feid. Make it 3 kills with Tiny falling. Disastrous fight for Polar Ass.
They felt so good after the dodge, they forgot they were in the dead lane. They have no vision there either, yeah? No, they had the obs, but I mean, they strayed very far from it. Oh no, it wasn't even an obs. It was a sentry. And they strayed far too far.
Times you fly a little bit too close to the sun, and, well, they have gotten burnt. And perhaps, this T2 tower should be fine still. There's no siege unit on the way, I don't think. Yeah, no siege units.
Cello's going for another blink. This feels weird. I feel like I was expecting some damage items from him with these like treads and null and stuff, but it's going another blink.
Bit of action bottom lane. No Whole City is there in a sandstorm. He's dusted even, but seems like Dire want nothing to do with the engagement in the bottom lane. They force TPs and they will attempt to leave. Oh, the ward expired. Levi is missing out on gold right now. That feels unfortunate.
Very sad for the 1500 net worth man. You start with like 700 and over 18 minutes he has 1500.
I think they watched him ward as well. There's no D ward quite yet, but it's a chase. The jump on Tiny, but in comes Whole City. The Epi, the Burrow, Arena will be there on Sand King, but he's safe on the outside looking in. Now it's a curse on 2. It's Mars and Hoodwink in the curse. Sharpshooter will hit Sand King. Radiant beginning to collapse. Alrun already bought back and got into the fight. Targeting and hopefully, but a huge Burrow and Blink play from Whole City. Breaking ankles. And perhaps Cello, she'll embrace himself, delaying the death. The dive continues. Dispose on Omni Knight. Cello low. Cello dead. Levi is tanking, but not tanky enough, it appears. That will be a 2 supports death on Polar Ass in exchange for a death on Dawnbreaker and a dieback on Dawnbreaker. Correction, a dieback on Dawnbreaker. During all that, Medusa was farming, surprise, surprise, so I guess that is one thing for Polar Ass.
He's actually a lot further behind Peel than I would think, though. It's pretty interesting. Also, what I found funny about that fight was Hoodwink was under a Winter's Curse, so he couldn't aim his shot, but he still hit Hull City.
What can you do?
Hull just walked into that one. But yeah, from what I've heard, this Medusa PL matchup isn't that bad for Medusa, but it's
Whoa,
definitely
the
not.
beast! The beast! Oh, never mind, it's no kill. I got excited. You're saying?
Oh yeah, it's the matchup's not that good. I feel like he should have more farm for the PL for him to like it that much. PL's not a super
there he
good
is.
farmer. Oh, there he goes.
That's my boy! The beast of USC is killing Alred.
How does it even happen? Like had 2 separate engagements, got both of them, and just killed them.
And sometimes you want to go blink in and stun the opponents. And he blinked and stunned the opponent. Speaking of blinking and stunning the opponent, he finds the Mars into a burrow strike as well. Mars is half HP, has no BKB. Pushback hits on Tiny, but again, it's a curse on 2. Sharpshooter this time will split the wickets. Sexy Buns, Mr. Green Bean has fallen. And this will be another 2-man avalanche from the Beast of US East. Making a 4-kill, a quad combo for the side of Polar Ass. And that's a huge team fight.
Man, Sonic God gets a lot of praise for like just farming all game and then carrying right at the end, but Polar Ass, like, as a 4-man unit, are making some nice plays.
Doing their job. They know their role. This is, once again, it was a 4K net worth lead for Reily Feid, but between the team fight loss and the tower being killed mid lane, suddenly it's only a 1K net worth lead. And look at the win probability. It's 60% for Polar Ass. Dota Plus confidence in the boys right now.
They know the Sonic God Medusa win, right? Him and, well, PL a couple 1,000 away from Heart. Sonic God a couple 1,000 from the Scotty. Both about to be a nice time, and they are even on net worth now, though.
Yeah, it's only 500 up, so very even. It was, I think it was a 1.5K or even 2K earlier. PL was up, so Sonic got just farming the creeps, closing
They're
the gap.
very aware of this smoke.
Oh, with Sonic God, he needs to not get caught here. Needs to get away now. Has TP. It's a TP. Oh, the Medusa illusion bait. The arena on the Manta illusion. And well, that's arena committed. Sonic God escapes, and of course, the tip comes out from Sonic God.
You gotta do it. Interesting, though. I mean, I guess he just went for it because it's like, you know, the play is about to conclude, but it does have a mad style.
Oh, an illusion room for Sonic God. That's gonna be nice. Stick that down a lane, stick a Manta down another lane. That's fantastic play right there. And there we go. In come the illusions as the remainder of the team puts their eyes on Karan. A massive kill. His Blink Curse wants to use it. But the one's real PL. Burrow, Splinter Blast, RePL, now reveal the Doppel into the Avalanche, into the toss. Solar Guardian, will it save? Temporarily, yes. Alrun has saved his PL, a fantastic save from Dawnbreaker. It cost him his life, but what an important save from Dawnbreaker. However, Polar Ass continue the hunt, finding Breezy R, but he'll yield up Sand King and walk away.
He yuled himself?
Wait, he did? Oh no, that's not Breezy R kills? Uh-oh.
No.
Unfortunate from Whole City.
himself.
Apparently misclicking the Hoodwink. Like, I mean, I could have sworn it was Breezy R, it just seemed perfect for Breezy R, but apparently it was Whole City.
It's the whole moment for sure.
What could you
Unless he thought he was gonna die or something. But
Just no. I think he had to. He wanted time for his teammates to approach, right?
yeah, I mean, you definitely go on the other guy, but look at this ward triangle on this other side of the map. They've got a lane ward, they've got a ward on both of these like little cliffs. They really want to catch Sonic. That's actually hilarious.
Speaking of dire tournament catches, they had a smoke play and a TP in by Breezy R to go on the Beast in Whole City mid lane, but the Beast slapped the creep and the smoke was broken, so no success there. It is, it's under a Radiant Observer. They have to know their smoke just happened. They have to know. Right? They have to know. There's no way they don't know. Right? In comes Karan engaging in Sandstorm from Whole City, but again, he's very, very deep right now. Squint at the blink, and he blinks away. Dodge Sharpshooter. Marcy wants to go in, but cannot find the target. So both teams playing around. Avalanche on 2, toss on Dawnbreaker. A good way to start the fights. And now we see Karan looking to doppel into the fight. Arena on 2. It's Tiny, and oh, what a fantastic curse from Cello! A perfect curse from Rune Initiation into the Abbey from Whole City. Burrow in, confused, down. Karan collapsing. BKB from Sexy Buns will keep him alive, but again, Polar Ass have the numbers. Sexy Buns is slowed by Scotty. His BKB has ended. His life has ended. 3 kills for Polar Ass, and again, that will be a 4th kill on Breezy R. Karan, the most important hero, escapes. But for Polar Ass, the game is being broken wide open right now, and that will be a Roshan as well. Maybe.
Man, I'm surprised no one said anything. I was expecting a pause or something. But overall, super good fight for Polar Ass. They're looking really good. Good curse from Cello as well. They're looking fantastic.
Alrin. He's thinking about it. Hammer. He's in the pits. Solar Guardian in place. Will not
Onto
stun anyone, but it
himself.
zones away for a little bit. So time was bought. Problem is, his teammates still aren't there yet. Mars is alive in 3. He needs to be here right now, but he has no BKB. So it's hard to engage. I think it's a free Aegis. It will be. Right? There's no way to get there in time, right?
Nah.
Okay, there is the Aegis.
No arena or BKB.
Oh, the
on
big
Mars.
avalanche toss into the burn again! PTR! He gets demolished! And again, it's a curse on Mars. It will be full duration, buying time for the rendezvous, buying time from the gang from the northwest side, the burrow, the hammer, the death on Green Bean. Another one for Polar Ass.
Dude, what is happening? They're just like getting caught over and over again. It's like for once, I feel like Polar Ass is not the team getting caught out.
As perhaps the morale shifted R, Reily, Feid, tilted. They were the number 1 seed in playoffs. But now they're losing the all-deciding game 3. They're about to be knocking the losers if they lose this game. A huge upset for Polar Ass if they finish it.
Isn't there some sort of like top seed curse or something?
The Lads Curse. Once again, happened to a number of teams. Happened to Bodax's teams a lot of times. But you can ask, go ask Xeriscape or Birdman about the Lads Curse. They're well acquainted with it. Every single season, one of these top playoff teams, they buster out, lose both of their series. And perhaps it could be Reily Feid, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. The Breezer.
Hoodwink sells his trusty shovel. That's commitment. I would have thrown that shit out a long time ago.
Got a bounty rune map. He's going for the Aegis pop,
This is extremely ambitious.
and he has not succeeded. He's TP in 3. He gets away here, right? I'm sure, right?
Looks like they're trying to fight. I don't know if they're going away. Ah, no. They're just connecting. Hull is not even close. Hull's jungling. There's something.
This game is wild.
This is a great series.
It really is.
Well, they're going for the smoke.
Yeah, the 5-man smoke on the low ground, but Radiant are positioned well. They have vision. They have vision. They knew what smoke. This is counter smoke. The beast pops it. The blink. The avalanche. The toss. But a Solar Guardian from the blink. The curse against Mellow. What a fantastic curse! Demolishing Alrin. And now it's the retreat from Reily. Feid with a long march is not working. Sonaga may lose the Aegis, but Karam will lose his life. And another kill from the beast of US East, killing Green Bean. That's buybacks in. That's going to be buybacks if they die. The avalanche on Breezy R. The toss towards Levi. 2-man bushwhack. But again, the beast, he's hunting. Blink in 3. He goes in. Avalanche. The burrow, I believe, actually misses. But it did not matter. Breezy R is dead. And another huge rout in favor of Polar S.
Good to be this good.
All I can see is panic too. Like there was 2 immediate buybacks from both supports, but they had no contribution. Dude, oh man.
But for a second, that was a Polar S boss.
Yeah, I kind of wish it was, but Cello actually has a Shadow Blade now. There's the carry build coming out, and yeah, I don't know. They've like whole city stunned them. I think in just that game, they just lost momentum. Like I don't know, got into their heads or something. They're just playing so sloppy. Polar Ass playing very clean. Beast, very good spell usage there at the end too.
It's this situation now. If you're Reily Feid, it's a hard game to play. You don't have a great line from behind either. This is getting really tough. And what's the win percentage? It's 95%.
Man, that's some It'll be a polar ass thing to throw it, but I don't know. This fucking Reily Feid team is in shambles.
There's no way. If they throw this game, they will never forgive themselves. They have to win this one. I'm sure Sonagod's saying, like, alright, guys, calm down, don't throw it, we can't lose this team. After all the all-chat they've all-chatted, they cannot lose this game.
I feel like that's Levi, but yeah, someone's definitely got to say that.
Levi's probably silent. Levi does not talk.
In the, like, during game?
Maybe during game. Okay, he's a very quiet guy. I played some in-house games with him. He's had very few games in the in-house games. Maybe he's different in Polar Ass, but
yeah, I mean, he's not like a super big talker, but he definitely is a bit of a not a super big captain, but he's a Dubu disciple. So
we're getting ready to resume, and again, the stakes are huge. Polar Ass, they are firmly in the driver's seat right now. Firmly in the driver's seat regarding bringing Reily Feid to the losers bracket round 1. Huge upset, and we're seeing the all cap in Mall City. Once again, the number 1 seed had choice between two teams. They chose this reality. They wanted Polar Ass. And well, they're getting a lot of Polar Ass right now.
Dude, oh man, you couldn't write this. This is so funny. Especially after winning the first game, too. They've given Hall Aspect 2 games in a row, and he's just a much more respectable player.
Turns
Plays
out,
way better ahead than from behind.
He complained, alright, my hero got first picked and countered by 4 heroes game 1, and then suddenly he's not countered.
Yeah, that was funny. I said I didn't mind him getting first pick, but Hull knows himself better than me, so he's actually owning.
He just still up for 1 minute 40. Radiant have the Blink Boys, Tiny and Sand King. Tiny will walk high ground, slapping a tower. And again, it's T3 dead. The high ground has been opened up. Now it's just Sonagod hitting. Breeziar and Karana respawning very soon. Range Rax and Leave, playing it safe for Polar Ass.
I love how Beast always tosses them out, man. Just like, no fucking chances.
He has his buttons and he's going to press them.
He's been very impressive, like, for not having a ton of farm every game and just, like, first picking his hero both games. He's been, like, doing very stellar. He has 70 fucking last hits. He has no last hits.
This is a real beast of US East performance. This is my offlaner right here.
He's literally allergic to creeps. Oh wait, he's hunting.
He's not allergic to kills, however. It's under the tower. Blink away, or sorry, TP away by Marcy. Looks like Breeziar will creep guts. Yeah, that will be.
He is not far away from the team, but far enough.
Cello Mellows hunting. Wait a minute. Never mind, he's fine.
Couldn't Cello Q there? Is that not the optimal play? I mean, I have the
could have, yeah, but it's not that much vision, is it?
It is daytime.
You're right, actually. Maybe it was enough vision.
You know, I'm the cash. I'm not playing the game in the moment, but feels like that's the only way he gets a kill.
You are likely correct, but what can you do sometimes? We're seeing big items purchased by Polar Ass currently. We're seeing a full Ags for Tiny. Again, no crit for Tiny, but full Ags finished. Sonagod, is that a full Shivas in the career almost? That's to finish Shivas in the career. And again,
Sonagod?
It's time to go in. We're seeing Alarin being gone upon in the dire side jungle. He will barely survive. It's an arena, but the counterplay is Curse. Solar Guardian comes in, but Alarin has dropped.
How did Alarin just die? Did I miss it? He just died in Sandstorm?
I think to the epicenter pulse from the shard.
Oh, the shard. I guess, yeah. That's funny.
Where's Death Summary? It says 70. It was Sandstorm, you're right. It was Sandstorm, at the edge of Sandstorm. Here we go again, going high grounds. Dawnbreaker does not have buyback. It's actually on cooldown. They know it's a buyback from the last fights. So they know it will be a 5v4. There's no longer an Aegis for Sonagod, so he needs to be mindful of perhaps a Blink Spear play. But there's too many big strength boys in the way. It will be a dead melee Rex. And again, top is open if they want to force the issue, but they will not force the issue. Small incremental gains. Slowly winning the game. And again, that's a big pickup from Breeziar if they finish it. And it appears to be that they will. Epicenter will slow. Sharpshooter will get Breeziar a little bit away, but it will not save his life. Dire want vengeance. They're running at Sonagod and Levi. but both escape. A clean retreat, another kill for Polaris.
Yeah, the thing is, like, when you're playing so much better than them, so much more clinically, like, what's the point of even rushing it? Like, they leave the high ground and they just go make more plays, kill them again.
Again, if we look in our rear view mirror, second Roshan is approaching anywhere from 1 to 4 minutes away, and that could be the point where, oh, the blink by the Beast of USD. Surprise, surprise. A solo kill for the Beast. And maybe Aspic if they wanted to go a little bit further in, but if they don't go now, second Roshan is a great time to go afterwards.
So when is it up? A minute. They must know it's up soon.
It's been 7 minutes.
Have they checked it in like a long time?
It's been 7 minutes, so we don't know yet. We don't know when it's gonna spawn yet. Like when it's red like this in the bottom left.
Oh, may respawn.
Yeah, it may respawn. That's if it's red like this, it hasn't been 8 minutes. When it's yellow or golden, that's when you know it's whatever duration.
Yeah. My bad. I'm not that much of a spectator. Limited knowledge.
If you're colorblind, then I guess you're just screwed. But what can you do sometimes? Well, it is, once again, Radiant playing Dire Try Camp, putting up their wards, trying to choke out Reily Feid. It's like the Cobra, slowly restricting, slowly tightening its grip. And again, we are seeing Sonigod run through this dire jungle. There is at least one ward up, spotting rotations, but now, oh, it's an early Roshan respawn!
Quick spawn, very quick, yeah.
Oh, it's only been 8 minutes, so understandably they will leave the... Why is that courier there, actually? Oh, it's Pre-ZR's courier.
What, he's getting their ceremony, bro?
I think he was like... I don't know
Maybe
where he was, but maybe over here somewhere?
Stray acorn just, like, gave it up or something.
Maybe.
Man, when there's so much on the line, they spent, like, 3 hours of their life, so much energy, time, all chat, there's no way they're gonna take a risk here.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the classic metric, the green line, the win probability, 98%. And that is the objective they need to turn that to 100%. The second Roshan, the Aegis, and the Shard.
98, oh my gosh. Who would have thought, eh? Even Hull is second net worth. Hull City 07 second net worth over Karan. Beast, you know they're in trouble when Beast is like almost at their pause one's net worth. A dude with 80 last hits is almost at PL's net worth.
The free shard went to Tiny. Yeah, went to Tiny. Deuce already had her shard, as did Sand King. So the free shard went to the Beast of US East. And the eyes are on the top barracks. Both teams know it. Dire pre-ward for the extra vision at nighttime. And here comes Sonigod. Big, bad Medusa. Bot T2 dies to Pre-ZR, but again, now it's going to be the full 5v5. Dispose on Medusa, but a very hard target. Has Mana Shield, Aegis, Manta, lots of cool plays.
He's running at him, what the?
Sonigod knows he's strong enough to make this fight. Again, Dire's attempting to kite around, drain the mana, stop the tower from dying. And the mana is being drained by PL's illusion. Sonigod can die if he needs to. Again, has 2 lives. For the time being, though, the tower remains alive. The siege unit may finish it, but it'll be close. Over to Whole City. He's being gone on by Mars, but again, Whole City will use the Mars. Tree Volley on the way. Arena the counterplay heading on to. Meanwhile, Medusa gets jumped top lane, but the illusions will not kill the Medusa. Back to the south side again. It's Tiny killing Marcy in his arena. Back to the Sonigod. Sonigod will kill T3 and lose the Aegis. Curse blocked by a Lincoln's, I believe, and now Sonigod has returned to the world of living. Will Stonegates hit the barracks? Hits the range racks. They will perish, but a Bushwhack has stunned. Mars will get stoned. Sonigod will Manta. The Beast will toss him away to ensure Medusa will not perish in this dire base.
He's definitely baiting, though.
The Gleipnir on 1, Solar Guardian on the way. Alrin has already been killed, however. As is Marcy. Neither have died back. In comes Whole City. The burrow delayed. There was no Lincoln's Popper there. So now they're cutting around Mars. BKB on cooldown. Does he have a buyback? He does not have a buyback, actually. He's just dead with no buyback. And the Tiny is being gone on by PL, but in comes the Embrace. In comes the Epicenter. Karan has double. He'll use it. The illusions have perished. Tree Volley will finish the illusion's life. But again, Karan alive, Breezy are alive. Polar S up 2 racks. They could go for Megas. T3 being hit. Karan, oh no! Breezy has been caught! The avalanche! But no toss. Only toss left in the air, but he's still dead with no buyback. Polar S! They're going to do it! The old champ from Whole City! He knows! And there's no response from Reily Feid. They are upset. They know they have lost. There is no GG. There is no all chat. Simply depression.
That's gold, man.
That's Megas.
Not often Hull City gets a last laugh. Green Beans silenced though, no words from any of them. Surely they can't bottle this one though.
All City. All City. He's not done all chatting, man. So it's a clean retreat. No deaths on the retreat. And full Megas at minute 38 for Polar S.
This is super impressive, stellar gameplay.
This is the win they needed.
I don't know who Green Bean Team's other option was, but they only won one Polar Ass, and that was with me playing Pause 5. So I feel like they didn't have to choose this team, but
They didn't.
I don't know who they faced the other side, to be fair. They didn't lose any series either, so...
Birdman is watching. He can tell you. I forgot who it was, but when Birdman hears this in 2 minutes, he can tell you.
Awesome. Let's see if the game is still running. Looks like they're playing super safe. Sonic God's by his tier 2 tower farming jungle creeps. Hull City's all 25, dude. Hull City's the big dog.
It's the Sandstorm, Slow, and Blind talent. One of the better 25 talents in the game. Man, it's already hard enough to do damage with these right clickers, but you throw in the extra evasion with a very large Sandstorm AoE. Ron shows his face, but the illusions... Actually, they're draining Sonic out of the mana, I guess, but... Again, it will require a miracle for Reily Feid. They are one team fight away from being knocked to the loser's brackets. And they sit in their base on 4. Breezy will grab a couple of neutral items, getting to your force for his team.
You're kind of surprised they go up there. They're looking for another pick. Hull is making plays. Nose hoodwinks down here.
Keep you away! Keep all the Lincoln Sphere!
Oh.
Unfortunate button pressing from Whole City, and now mid lane Dialect to punish. But the curse on 3 is perfect into the Stone Gaze. Sharpshooter misses, but support's dead. And now the Beast blings in for Karan. Alrin buys back. The fighting is desperate. They know they must win this fight. But Alrin is about to die back. Sonic got these 1 more hits, and that will do it. Die back on Dawn Breaker. The buybacks are lacking right now. Nobody on Die has a buyback right now. So it's 3v5 and no more backup for 23 more seconds. Karan is spearing, desperately trying. But a T4 will perish. Only 1 T4 remains. The buildings are sparse. Spear brings Medusa away. Karan and Gate is on Omniv. Omniv has 3.4k HP and it can't kill him. Avalanche on Green Bean. Glednir, the counterplay on 2. But Mars is dying. Slow by Scotty. Force in. That will be no life on Mars. The T4 has fallen. Still no GGs. But this game is over. And Polar S will upset Reily Feid. 2-1.
Man, no one's saying nothing. There we go. He left so quick. Oh, man. What a 6 series. It looked like they were about to get 2-0-2. Like, lost first game pretty fairly, and then game 2 they had to work a bit of magic, and wow, paid off. Awesome series.
Oh, that's a great series. I mean, it is past midnight, as you said it would happen, but it was worth it.
Sev is telling me that actually the Green Beans' other choice is my team. So there you go.
They could have chose that. They could have chose your team. It is one of the more deadly tricores in the league. I mean, it's Filski, Ultra Gunner, Sev. That's pretty good tricore, but sometimes it's hard to beat Polar City, Polar Ass playoff magic. Polar City.
Polar City, baby.
Definitely a bit of a slip on that one, but it's appropriate. This is Polar City right here.
It is. You grabbing anyone from Polar Ass?
You grab. You know him better than I do. Get somebody. Get Hull City in here. I have denied Hull City's interviews forever. And you know what? Get him in here. We'll let him get me banned on Twitch. It's okay. After that series, it's worth it.
All right, I have added him. Should be fine. How? There we go. Welcome, sir.
Welcome and congratulations on the 2-1 victory, Hull City.
Why is he so quiet? He had such a big game to speak. 2-0, he had such a big game. They chose this. Why are they so quiet now? They wanted to play us. It was a 3-minute response to Birdman. Polar ass. They wanted to play us. I don't understand. What happened?
I mean, the other choice was Filski, so good team, but man, that was a hell of a series. I mean, you had a lot of all chat. You know what? You've been vindicated. Congratulations.
I feel my all chat was well placed. I feel games 2 and 3 I had very good game. From my perspective.
Big switch up. You went from first picking you here to giving you last pick both games, and you went off solo killing, doing all this shit. What does that feel like? I said in game 2 there was a lot of pressure on your plate, a lot of shit you got to do, but you did it. So how does that feel?
I mean, I still feel my Visage is the best in lads. If you're gonna pick 3 counters with all of your cores to it, and then all chat me like you're a goat, like come on. Enough of that.
And they banned it game 3 as well. Like they didn't want to face your Visage again, man. They didn't.
Yeah. Well, okay, we were gonna pick it at 8, and Sonny was like, "Just give me Deuce, dude. Fuck off." Like, okay.
It's a correct
I don't
decision.
care.
Definitely a correct decision.
I mean, you're a much better player with a much larger hero pool than him, so.
Buddy, you can't hit me with that. I was watching the game. You were trying to say, I heard you. Hull plays a lot of heroes, but only plays 2 well. I heard you. I was watching the stream. Trying to come at me with that like backhanded compliment when he's shit talking me on
I
stream.
mean, but I also
You
did
think you're
say that
so cute.
I also did say you're better than him, which is another lie, but
You think you're so cute. You think you can come around now and praise me? I called it on stream.
hey man, you gotta take it where you can get it, right?
That's true. That's true. Hey, best of luck to them though. I mean, they're a good team. Jokes aside, they are a good team. But
yeah, they have a very high MMR average. Green Bean's like ranked 300. Got a very high immortal stack. Very impressive gameplay.
yeah.
I don't have the SAM stats on me, but I believe they were the highest MR average team in the league. It was close. There's always a bunch of teams that are near the cap, but I believe they were barely the highest.
I mean, I'm sure they got a bit as well since signing up. It's usually how it goes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Green Bean was like 450 when he signed up, and he's been like 300 for a lot of the season.
I came in pretty hot. Did you have questions for me? I can.
And we kind of just intended on you. We knew if we just invited you in, you would just start talking, and you've been entertaining so far, so it's been good.
Yeah.
You got a good platform, Hall.
I do.
Did you feel any pressure, or was a lot of it gone because you just you lost?
No.
It's like whatever.
No, I don't ever feel pressure, bro. You know this. I'm just here to click my button and hopefully win and get flamed by all of League of Lads general chats. But in the end, I won the game. So.
Being in Hull City, this is a new position for you because you defeated number 1 seed Reily Feid, who've been chatting all season. You become the people's champion tonight. I just want you to know that.
It does feel like that a little bit. I mean, I feel, and correct me if I'm wrong, I feel we've been pretty tame in general chat and all chatting in games. Granted, there aren't any casters to double check us, but I feel we've been pretty tame and not just total menaces to society.
By your standards, yeah. I've casted a couple of your games. I remember I was casting with Neff one day, and I was like, Neff, Hull City, notorious for all chatting. You only all chatted 3 times. So, by your standards, it was tame until tonight. Tonight, you had a throwback tonight.
Oh, this guy Green Bean has been talking shit all season. So when he chose us, I was like, oh, it's fucking on. Let me tell you, I I was so hungover today. There was a bar downtown in Denver that gives free drinks to anybody named Tyler one day a year, and that was yesterday. So I like left work early. I was like, I should be going to sleep, but I'm playing Green Bean tonight. So I played like 8 pubs, and I hate Dota right now. I played like 8 pubs. I was like, I'm not fucking around. This guy's going down. He's been talking shit all year, and I'm just not having any of it.
You've done it. You showed up tonight, especially game 2, game 3. Hell of a game 2 on bat. Hell of a game 3 on Sand King. And it's big win for Polar Ass again. Back to the top 6 of playoffs for another season. So congratulations. Any final words, call outs, shouts to say to the people of League of Lads?
Thanks, Badger, for doing casts. I know there aren't a lot of casters this season, so it's been nice to have you sprinkle your talents here and there a little bit in all of the lads games. So much appreciated. But yeah, shout out to the boys. We feel good as we always do in playoffs. We Beast of US East, or George, has fallen on the blade of Polar Ass in playoffs many times before, and so I think he's excited and intrigued about being on the other end of that sword and being the one to stab the fucking shit out of your enemy. Like Green Bean 86 IQ. Let me tell you, this guy has the IQ of a 4-year-old. There's not a more appropriate name. 86 IQ. That's got to be, I mean, that's below average, right? That's like Forrest Gump levels. Like, there's no way.
It's 1 standard deviation below, so it'd be pretty dumb, yeah. It'd be about 15th percentile in reserves.
Yeah. So, it's a fun game when you're going to all chat 2-0 easy win and then lose 2-1 to playoff kings. It feels pretty good.
I think Green Bean has like even worse all chat lines than you, which is pretty incredible. He comes up with the worst shit.
It's true. What can you do?
Also, by the way, guys, Hull City is playing on a laptop on 1,000 ping almost every game, playing with a trackpad, and he's still this good.
I mean, most of that is true. Most of that is true. The trackpad part is not, but most of that is true, yes.
I mean, you play like it sometimes, but...
Listen here, buddy. You think you're so good because you can pick Chin one time.
On that note, though, thanks for coming on for an interview, Whole City, and thanks for the compliments. Really appreciate that.
Sure, I finally got an interview. I've been searching for this. Filski's been begging for this for like, I want to say 3 seasons, and every time it's some guy comes on, he's like, well, I hit creeps, and I did my job, and I made sure to...
I like talking to Sonagod. He's my boy. I like Sonagod, but I thought tonight you earned it. You earned the interview, and it was good.
Feels good, man.
Feels good to be this good. But
shout out to Breezy. We tried to recruit Breezy at the beginning of the year to join our team, and he was like, I thought you had beef with me. I was like, no, I don't have any beef with you, dog. I don't have beef with most people. I just like the banter. And so shout out to him. I know I tipped him a couple times in the Bat Rider game, but I don't actually dislike him. I've been in a voice chat with quite the respectable personality of you.
Over to Filski. Thanks for coming on for the cast tonight. Taking 3.5 hours out of your night to cast this series. You got any final words, call, shouts to say to the people?
Nah, I ain't got shit. Thanks for having me. I would have screamed a lot, but that was your job tonight, so...
That was my job. My job was to bother the neighbors tonight. Get a noise complaints. Get a knock on my door tomorrow. That's tomorrow's problem. Thank you to... Let's go through the usual. Thank you to the viewers for tuning on in tonight. Thanks to Doss for the sub. I appreciate your $5. Thanks to the viewers again for tuning on in. If you're anybody out there who looking for a casting opportunity, contact me on Discord, Badger5713, or on Twitter, twitter.com/BadgerDota2. Me and Logic are looking to cast some DPC or other pro events. If you want to hire us, we can definitely do some good casting for you. But for now, we'll be back some point for some more lads casting, I'm sure. Congratulations to Polar Ass and the 2-1 upset over Reily Feid. Thank you to the viewers for tuning on in again for the 3rd time I've said it, but that's not important. Thank you for watching, and have a great night.